Yeah, you're on mute.
You're on mute. Hi.
Can they hear us?
They can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
They just can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
So, as I was
Right.
saying,
Welcome to Gumlight Games. Tonight we're playing
Hello.
Tales from the Loop.
Exactly
Thanks,
what
Leon.
Leon just said.
Glad one of us is professional.
I said it first. You just didn't hear
Yep.
it. So yeah, Tales from the Loop one shot, and this week we're going to be playing in the Leie loop, which is near me, as it will be around the area of Gortwig. The players have wonderfully created their characters, and I'll let you introduce them yourselves now, starting with Leon.
Hi, I'm Leon, and I'm playing Benny Copperthwaite. He's a computer geek profile. Are they character types? I keep getting confused. I'm playing so many games now with what they actually refer to as types. I'm the computer geek, 13 years old, so I get 2 points of luck. I hang out in the library where the computer lab is, because I'm just a geek. I have my little pocket calculator. My science teacher is my anchor. I love puzzles and solving things. Pretty sure I'm the smartest kid in the school, and hide from bullies. So I have a homework club that I hide out in school afterwards, basically.
Next up is Nye.
Does Nye know he's on mute?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I realized I'm like, how do I unmute?
We're doing well tonight.
Yeah, exactly. This is my A game. Yeah, hi, I'm Nye.
Professionalism.
Yeah, I'm playing
Stop
no.
talking over Nye while he tries to introduce his character.
Fuck it, who cares? Let's just go. I'm no Rayfield. I'm 15. I'm a jock because we all agreed that I am the most obviously a jock. I mean, it's just obvious. And yeah, he gets help from the smart kids with his homework because he's not good at that. Yeah, he does. And he wants to get into a good college, and he does all of the sports. People tell him not to. He just keeps showing up and doing them, and he's good at it. So people are just like, okay, cool, you can do them. The weird swimming, lacrosse, handball, football, rugby combo. There's chess in there as well. He doesn't know how to play chess. He just moves the horses around in an amusing manner.
Okay, and last up is Odun.
Good evening. I will be playing Stephen Seagull, the 13-year-old bookworm, whose drive is they want to find the answers to the big questions in life. And their pride is that they've memorized the Dewey Decimal Index, so they can find any book in the library, and they spend most of their time in the library. It's utterly voluntary. There is no such thing as mandatory library time because they're always in the library. In a nutshell.
Okay, so we'll get started. It is lunchtime on a Wednesday, and the weather's warm, the sky is blue, and school has finished for the day.
Yay! Reading time!
So, you're not all together in classes then, I imagine, if you're all different ages.
Well, aren't Benny and Steven the same age?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
You won't all three of you be in the
sorry, I got a bit confused.
Class.
I was also confused, but I didn't say anything.
So yeah, you're all coming out of class. Two of you are obviously leaving it together. Noel is somewhere.
Miss, is there any extra reading we could be doing? Because we've got a whole half day.
Just kind of looks at you and sighs, and pulls out a sheet that he's clearly been holding for just this eventuality, just to hand you and just get you off her back for 5 seconds so that she can go to the teacher's lounge and drink coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will skip off to the library. Come
Are
on,
you-
Benny.
So yeah, that's a good question. So Stephen is clearly intending on going to the library. Are the rest of you going to the library? Are you going home? Do you have other things you need to go? Places you need to go? What you're doing about lunch?
Yeah, we've
Your
got a study
kids.
group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go
Yeah,
home.
homework study group. Yeah.
Gotta try and sneak down the halls and get out before the bigger boys come.
Yeah, I think Noel's just gonna head to the library.
Benny, you do hear some very familiar voices, like laughing as they smash their way pretty much down the hallway, knocking things over as they go. They do seem to be in a hurry, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up against the wall and kind of look more towards the wall as I go. Like, oh, don't see me. Just try to nonchalantly walk past.
Okay. I think I'll let you roll for that, just for the fun of it, so that show off how well your character sheet works. Mostly. Make sure everything works properly. So
But
yeah.
nice. I just realised I can do it in this thing, can't I? Yeah.
The power of a VTT.
Ooh.
Are you trying to sort of blend into the background and sneak your way out of this situation?
I'm trying to sneak. Yes.
Go for it.
Exactly. Did the use item? No. Bonus die? No. Roll.
Anyone
Got
around?
3 dice. Oh my god, it's 3D dice.
No one at home can see, but they
Yeah,
are
no one else can see that. Sorry. Do you guys get to see that, or is that just for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we could see it as well. Yeah.
Oh, they're amazing. I wish you guys could see these amazing 3D dice, just the way they bounce. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Somehow you sort of managed to blend in between the wall of lockers on one side. There's like a bin and some other stuff nearby, and you just sort of
Look like the rest of the trash.
slink in between it and turn your head away, and you hear them from behind you shove someone out of the way as they go past and laugh and run off out of the school. Other than that, it seems to be a fairly normal day outside. There's as you're walking, there's a slight thrum under the streets every now and then, but there's a rhythm to it that you're used to. Are you all coming together to walk to the library, or are you all going there?
Oh, like Noel will probably
No.
see Benny and be like, Benny, hey, it's me, it's Noel. Hey, Benny, why are you hiding behind that bin? It's me, Noel. Hey. He's gonna
Get
go
a wave.
over.
I end up knocking all my pens out of my pocket and
Oh man,
dropping stuff.
Oh,
then-
like, oh sorry.
No, it's like just nerdily
yeah.
drop things in a clumsy manner.
Oh, I'll help you get them. You'll like pick them up. It's like, oh, I'm so glad school's done for the day. I'm not. I was struggling with that, like Shakespeare, dude. Like that was hard stuff.
What book were you reading?
The one with the people who are like super sad.
Les Miserables?
No, it's like this guy, and he's like, oh, I love you, and the girl's like, yeah, I love you too, and then and I'm hoping something good happens to them, but there are all these like their parents don't love them, and I think that's a bit sad. But I'm sure it's going to end well in the end, because
I'm just remembering the last time that Noel said he was reading Shakespeare, and it turned out it was To Kill a Mockingbird.
no, the first time I was reading Shakespeare, it was a milkshake guy. like a how-to. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna do some studying. Yeah, I think I've finally got like it all down pat about how to do that. Like trigger,
Trigonometry.
yeah, the triangles. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that down pat.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We can work on that more.
Okay.
The
Cool.
entire area where you are is sort of rather close to the fences that mark where EAQHO, otherwise generally referred to as Echo,
Okay.
have their factories and headquarters. So it's not unusual to see them around, but as you're sort of walking towards the library, there's a fair bit of van traffic with their logo smeared all over the side, driving back and forth. Some of them seem to be doing circuits around town, but generally they seem to be minding their own business. They're all sort of similar people you've seen a lot of the time. I mean, your parents, all being expats, most likely work there in science or technology or anything.
Sports science, of course.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
Noel's done.
Yeah.
Both of Noel's parents.
Canteen, cleaning. I mean, come on.
Oh, poor things.
So that's the thing. Like, the area has a lot of different people from different nationalities, as Echo is internationally funded.
Yeah.
So I've been practicing my memorizing, and I'm sure I've seen those number plates several times going round and round and round, and that's quite odd.
Oh, Steve, you did your appearing trick, Stephen. Hi, Stephen.
I am always here, Noel.
You're like
I am
Santa
the
Claus.
guardian of the library.
Benny, Stephen's like Santa Claus. He knows when you're sleeping. And he knows when you're awake.
I know when you're awake, Noel.
Oh, whoa.
Now that you're all together, there is one thing that has kind of been preoccupying your minds all morning. Like, you were expecting there to be a fair bit of gossiping and rumours today about that massive rumbling last night. And then there was a big explosion noise coming from the new factory area. But so far, everyone you've met in school doesn't seem to have heard it, known about it. When you talk to the teachers about it, they seemed confused and kind of laughed it off.
No, Stephen, did you hear like that loud explosion last night?
Why, what did you hear?
A loud explosion last night.
Yes, I did.
That was cool.
I thought it was going to be like the talk of the school today, but no one's mentioned it.
From the new factory. Yes.
They're just talking about that party everyone was at.
What? What party?
Oh, never mind. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I need to know about those events so I can avoid them.
It was Stephanie's.
Which one of you's uncle works at the new factory?
Mine.
Let's go. Yeah, Benny's. Yeah.
Benny volunteered.
The weird thing about it as well, Benny, is like your uncle lives next door to you and your parents. And you're pretty certain he didn't come home last night either.
I actually thought you were going to say something like, you're pretty sure he didn't have 3 eyes when he left, but now he does.
Pretty sure yesterday you had an uncle.
Yeah.
No.
Your uncle, you're pretty sure he didn't come home, but when you asked your parents about it this morning, they were just like, I don't know, he's probably working late or gone out with friends, or they seemed rather unconcerned about the whole thing.
Why is everyone being so vague about this? That's what I
Strange.
don't understand. Benny, does the internet know anything?
Have a quick look on like a local Telnet forum. Is that what they were called?
Dong,
My
dong,
throat's
dong.
rolled in.
Dial
The
up, dial up.
library probably has a fairly good computer. It's still very like 1980s, but maybe a bit faster than it otherwise would have been in the 1980s. But yeah, they have a fairly good computer because a lot of things around here are subsidized by Echo. So
Check
you could probably
there is
check on there.
there's a local news like chat thing. So maybe someone's written something up on there. I mean, it's mostly was just advertising like the flower fair every month because Reiki, the guy who runs the actual hosts it, his aunt runs the flower fair, so it's mostly just news about the flower fair.
That's monopolization of a news portal. That's wrong. Information should be free and also between pages.
I like being the race car.
Okay. No. Could you go and find 3 books with triangles on the covers, please?
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, he's
And
gonna
it can't
go.
have the word Illuminati in the title.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I have been looking for that one actually. It's been misfiled, I believe, which is a crime.
it was put in non-fiction, and you were like, "No,
No.
fiction for you."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do I have to roll to find 3 books? He's not going
You
to
don't.
with that.
I
I'm
mean,
just trying to keep you
if
busy.
Want, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
But
want,
you-
you can tell me
Please
how
do.
you find free
Please roll
books and what they
investigate.
look like.
Well, the first one he gets is a book about cheeses because he sees like a cheese bit taken out. Then he gets one on pyramids because they kind of look like triangles in a way.
You get the
And
Mr. Men book.
yeah,
Is it Mr.
actually,
Zippy
yeah.
or Mr. Fast or something? Triangle shape.
Well, no, I was gonna say, and then he probably will go like be near a trigonometry book and go, and then he's just gonna go, and then grab like like a Mr. Man, Mr. Triangle. Be like, okay, yeah, this is the good stuff.
So, are you gonna check out the local news forum?
Yep. Yeah, I'll look at the news group, see if there's anything there. In.
There's not really, but
Nothing here.
it looks like there's some people talking. It kind of abruptly ends for a period last night, and then a lot of the chat restarts sort of early this morning.
Oh, odd. There's nothing here. Did you get like today's newspaper delivered to the library?
Oh yes, absolutely. It'll be on the desk.
Newspaper doesn't mention anything either.
Print is dead.
There's nothing here. There's talk of the upcoming cheese festival. Where we all roll a cheese round and round.
Triangles.
Godric, renowned for its cheese festival.
Thank you, Noel. That's very good. Have you been
Yeah.
practicing your cheese rolling? I believe you are cheese captain.
I am. Yeah, I think we're going to win the championship this year.
Okay, could you find me a book on cheeses, please?
Takes the first book you got
The
out.
oldest book you can find on cheeses.
But this one came out last year.
No, I want a really old book on cheeses. Remember how I
Book's
told you how to
older
show
than this?
Yes,
Oh.
remember if you look on the inside, it shows you when it was printed. Do you remember we did this?
Oh wait, let me.
Remember your numbers.
What year was Oxford?
That's the publisher.
Ah, okay. He's gonna go off and attempt to find what he assumes is an older book.
Okay, I think I've confused him for long enough, Benny.
Whilst you're doing that, a mag drone, a small one with a little camera on the front that's whirring and looking around, floats in. It sort of floats to the back, spots people there, has a look at them, floats around Noel, who's looking for this cheese book. You can hear the repulsors kind of thrumming a bit. It looks at Noel for a second, moves on, goes past Stephen.
I'm going to try and wave it out. You're not allowed in the library. Out. Out.
As you sort of try and usher it out, it spins around Benny for a moment, and you see the camera whirring and sort of getting closer, going back a bit. It starts to do a little circle around Benny for a second, then seems happy with whatever it's seen, and floats off back out the door.
Out. Out.
Did it look like a standard model? Did it have any markings on it?
It had the Echo logo on the side, and it looks like the kind of drones they usually use for surveillance around the perimeter of the loop entrance and the entrance to their HQ and the factory areas and all of the high technology vaults and archives that they have built.
What's going on?
I didn't think they were allowed on school grounds.
Not on school grounds anymore. You're in the library.
I thought it was the school library.
Local library.
Oh, it's the local
School library is a bit small.
Even more books.
Yeah, this one's got proper amount of books. This is sort of you've walked away from school halfway down the road, and there's a fairly big old building that's been converted into a library.
Lewis throwing shade at school libraries.
They made me read only depressing books there, so
that's
them.
fair enough. Fair enough.
There's nothing depressing about Animorphs. Come on.
Oh, you got to read Animorphs. That's
No, not at
awesome.
school.
Oh.
I was going to say they definitely didn't have that there, unless one of them had a tragic backstory and horrible things happened to it throughout the course of the book.
Well,
then they were like, "This is
Tobias got stuck
coursework."
as a hawk forever. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Moving on.
Yeah, sorry. Just relive my Animorphs days.
Two of
Okay.
us Animorph spanning. Yes. Anyway.
No, it's more the tapping into Lewis's hatred of his school days.
Yeah.
That's true.
This whole thing is tapping into that, don't we?
How close is the new factory area, Lewis? Like, in terms of the town, where is the new
factory area is closer to your houses than it is to here. So it's like...
Wait, I have a map. I can show us on a map. I've got a map.
It is several streets away. The quickest way to get through it, you sort of cross a field that they've left in between the new factory fence and the housing estates that they've built for all of the workers coming in and scientists and staff from all around the world that need to be housed here. A lot of this is all very new because the Kortrijk Loop was only built in sort of the 70s as they tried to catch up with the ones in Sweden and the US. And it was initially done to kind of promote the area as the new place to be for technology. But they managed to get a fairly wealthy local entrepreneur to rally some of his more international friends behind helping fund it, and then from then on they went to get international grants, so a lot of this area has been built up quite quickly as lots of money got funneled into the area.
With Noel, I'm kind of worried about my uncle because he works at the new factory area and he didn't come back last night.
Oh dear.
and everyone's being really weird about this explosion thing.
It is odd that everyone is very vague about it and isn't talking about it. I find that most peculiar. I read a book on psychology that talked about sort of group psychosis and how people can bury an idea really, really deeply, and then it's like it never happened.
Oh, I'm really good at digging things.
I know.
Hi, I found a book.
Okay.
It's down a book that's probably only like 10 years old at most.
Right. Thank you.
Yes. So what were we talking about? The drone was really interesting. You, Benny. Are you like famous?
I think I just have a way with machines in the same way that some people have a way with dogs, but I don't have a way with dogs.
I've got away with dumbbells, people
Don't
tell
like
me.
dogs. I like books.
We were thinking like maybe going over to the new factory to check out what happened last night, because my uncle should be over there somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm liking the sound of that. That would be awesome.
And we can like, test you out on the trigonometry stuff. Like, what's the acronym for remembering all the sines and cosines that we spoke about last week?
Never eat shredded wheat.
No, there's a few more letters.
Oh,
not all of those ones.
It's a good start.
okay. Right, yeah.
Silly
I'll
old
practice.
Harry caught a herring trawling off Anglesey.
Oh.
You learn something every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't know that. So awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you spend whatever time you want to spend in the library before kind of trudging outside into a fairly warm, coming on to summerish afternoon. There's still these echo vans driving about, and you can see more of these drones sort of flying past people, giving them a look with the camera and then flying on.
More than usual. Yep.
Yeah. Generally, yeah, they occasionally come out from the factory area, but generally you don't get a lot of the drones around here. It's only when they end up having to look for something that they've accidentally lost or...
What if...
Very odd.
What if we ask the drones what they're doing?
Okay.
I don't
catch
think they
one
can.
if you want.
I don't think they talk.
I don't think
Yeah,
they can
but,
answer
like-
us now.
But there's a person like on the other end with like the computer stuff, right?
Sometimes they might be like automatic and they're just like following a set path. I remember we had that logo computer in school a few months ago, and we got to draw the pictures with it.
I remember that. That was very
Excuse me,
interesting.
sorry.
Get it to turn and then go in a line, and then turn again, and then go in another line. Yes.
I think I was doing swimming practice when we had that. So.
But that's a lot like the logo robot.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Okay, so how do we want to get into the factory then? Are we just gonna like jump over the fence?
How are you traveling, by the way?
Oh, bicycle.
Have you got like bikes with you, or yeah?
Good thing that he's part of the cyclist team as well.
You have a really flash bike now.
No. He's got like a piece of shit bike, but he's just got really strong legs.
Is it like a racing bike though? Because
No.
You are in Belgium, so
it's like a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down kind of thing.
It could be like a third-hand old racing bike.
Wait, does everyone in Belgium just use racing bikes? I don't know. I'm legitimately asking.
Lots of people who like cycling. Well, anyone who cycles as a sport has one, yeah.
The crazy thing in Bruges, they have lots of cobbles and bicycles, and they should not have lots of both of those things.
I just like the idea that it's like at any moment's notice, the entire population of Belgium can be challenged to a cycling race, and it's like you're on.
Not the entire population, but I mean, Yeah,
even
lots of them.
even the babies, just with tiny little bicycles,
You
and they're
have a-
probably better than me. So that
Yeah.
You have a classic old racing bike. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. He probably does have like a beat up old racing bike then.
Well, it was just because I think your character's more fast than strong, if I recall. Or did you?
Oh no, he
swap
has
that
3
around, did it?
force as well.
Oh yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
Strong
Yeah, he
enough.
has no sneak. He's just not very subtle.
No, I think we
Seems
got
fair.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, one thing though that you do notice is a familiar face pop out from the crowd of people heading back to work after the lunch break. Noel, and sort of turns and points at you and says, "You better be studying," as she walks off in this throng of people getting back to work.
Oh, is that? I'm assuming that's his mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. For
What does
context,
his mum look like then?
Well, his mum looks similar to him, so it'd be easier just to describe Noel. So Noel is, I think Noel is actually not that tall. He's probably about the same height as Benny and Stephen, like so quite short, but he's quite like broad. So I think he definitely he goes for that kind of like is good at rugby because he gets under the taller opponents and just goes like that. So yeah, I imagine his mum's also a bit short, but again, like I would assume that he comes from a family of people that quite like exercising and doing sports. So yeah. And you can do sports and be a scientist. I don't know if she's a scientist, but there you go.
You
She's a
tell me.
scientist. She's a
Yeah,
scientist.
there you go.
They're wondering where they went wrong with Noel. It's like we gave him all those textbooks. He just lifted them as a child.
Pressed them. Yeah, Dr. Rayfield, he's with us, so we'll make sure that he does all of his studying. If you get the new science magazines,
I was about to say, I'm starting to see the other reason you guys hang out.
Could I?
She looks back at you. I'll get them to you. You're a good boy, Stephen Seagull. You're a good boy.
Yes,
Oh yes,
Dr. Rayfield. Which is ironic because there is no such thing as a seagull. Did you know? Many types of gull, but no actual seagulls.
Oh right. Is it like how there's no such thing as what are they called? Like
Ghosts.
like those they push them down the
Mammoths.
stairs and they go
Small children.
No, it's like they're made up. A friend told me that.
You could not talk to that friend as much as you do.
Oh, you mean Jared? Big tall guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing Jared's one of the ones that's mean to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm implying. Yeah.
I don't think Jared is the right sort of level of companion.
Yeah,
anyone,
he does say some weird stuff sometimes that I don't think is very nice.
Benny, whilst you're sort of walking and chatting and Noel and Stephen talking to Noel's mum, can you give me a mind investigate roll?
I'm going to grab my dice next to my hand and then forgetting that we can roll on here.
You can roll dice if you want. I'm fine with that.
No, I want to use the technology. I'm a cool
I didn't actually put
person.
We have the technology.
Up, so
I got one success.
You got one success. Yeah. You're walking down the streets and you spot for a moment, you think you spot a familiar figure, but he sort of seems to dart away between two streets and hustle down a corner and disappear.
Oh. Okay, like I know them from school.
No, it looked like an adult, and he just, mostly you saw the back of him, but it looked a lot like your uncle.
Did he look uncle-ish?
He did.
Okay. That's my uncle.
I
think for a name of uncle that isn't an actual uncle.
Denny. Denny.
You can
Benny.
use actual.
Denny.
Yeah.
Denny. Your dad is called
Don't say.
Stenny,
Yeah, I
and
knew
your
that's where it
mum
was
is called
going.
Jenny, and your older sister is called Penny,
You're just showing off that you've been practicing learning names on the
Yeah.
fly.
and your grandfather is Dave.
For context, see a Winter in Aris episode coming out on So Much Game in a couple of weeks.
And I've used up all my names.
Wow,
I'll never be
great
able to use
faithful.
them again.
So yeah, you see him for a moment. It almost looked like he was peering out at you from just sort of standing behind a corner, leaning out, looking at you. And the moment you spotted him, he turned around and walked off.
How sort of far are we talking? Is that 100 yards, 500 yards? How far away is he? I would have been saying 500 yards. I just realized how far that is.
So sort of like I'm going to be mean now and say like 30-40 meters.
No, I can do meters.
But then he started walking off, so now he's got like a good 100 meters on you, and he seems to be disappeared around a corner further down the street.
That you know, I think I just saw
Yeah.
my uncle.
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
But-
Why?
I think he ran away from me.
Why would you do
Oh,
that?
that's not good.
Most peculiar. Have
I
you had
don't
a
know.
falling out?
No, that's
No?
it's really odd. I don't. Also, just looking around generally, is there anything odd with the factory? Are there any bits that were obviously blown up or?
You're not actually near the factory yet. Well,
okay,
you're
we're
sort
not
of
near,
near
yeah.
the main entrance.
Mhm.
Do you want?
You
do
can
want
see the big
pursue-
round HQ building up
Yeah, let's-
ahead, and
yeah,
sort
let's
of the
go.
older factory parts.
Let's go see if my uncle's down that way. He was just down this street.
Okay.
Okay. Are we pursuing him quickly, or we just casually walking
On
after him?
bicyclette.
Yeah, let's ride.
Okay, can I roll move then to try and catch up
Yeah.
to him?
Sure.
I think I have too many books in my panniers.
I was gonna say my
Let's
bike's
see.
got panniers as well.
I
And a
got
basket.
one
Mine's got a little
success,
basket as well.
and I want to make this clear. I rolled 8d6.
Yeah,
I only
and
got
got
one
one
success.
It would have been
Wow.
more funny if you'd immediately become exhausted. So
But yeah.
close, but
Like
yeah.
it, Stephen.
No, you do see you haven't quite completely caught up to him yet, but you're well ahead of Benny and Stephen, and you're sort of powering away on your bike, chasing down this figure, and you see like a man who you've probably seen Benny's uncle before, who from behind looks like it probably could be him, and but he's sort of at this point drawn his coat up a bit, try and
Wait a minute.
hide his face.
It's
and
not raining.
It's very warm out as well.
Yeah.
He's moving quite quickly, further and further away, and he seems to be heading sort of out of the more towny areas and off towards the fields and stuff, as if he's worried about something.
Well, Noel's gonna stop. I think as well the reason, just for I guess narrative sense, the reason why Noel can't just be like speeding ahead and whipping and weaving is because like people are walking, and like he can't just be like jumping in and out of like pedestrian traffic to keep up with this guys. So
it's Belgium. We have cycle
Belgium, there's
lanes.
cobbles.
I didn't think of
Cycle
cycle
lanes.
lanes. Yeah, didn't even think of that. But yeah, he'll wait for the others to catch up. Guys, Benny, your uncle, he's going to the fields, you know?
Why did he go there?
I don't know. The only people I know who go to the fields make out there.
My uncle's making out with people in the fields.
What do
I
they
hope,
make?
I
Penny?
hope not. Oh well, see, they I don't know. They've never invited me, so I think they're making it out of the town is why they call it that.
Oh, I see.
Because it's outside town. So
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
It's very poor grammar.
I'll take your word for it. But yeah, we should get going. I won't go as quickly this time. I'll let you guys keep up.
Heck.
I say, Steven, you can climb on the bag, but I'm now trying to think, would Noel put the little like step things on the side of the wheel on his bike? I don't know if he would. Probably not. I would, yeah.
Weight down.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. If it is an old racing bike, it will not have those, and will not really be made for. You'll have
having
to do
more
the
than
old
one person.
One of you has to sit on the
The
crossbar.
handlebars.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's very unsafe. I read a pamphlet about the number of head injuries that happens because of that every year.
Even wearing a helmet when he rides his bike.
Yeah.
Benny doesn't wear a helmet because he's cool.
They stole your helmet, didn't they?
Noel just doesn't know where his helmet is.
No.
So if are you just going to keep going, following him down towards
Yeah, but we're not like
fields or
trying to chase him down. We're just kind of going at a more leisurely pace, I assume.
I don't think my bicycle's built for going on fields.
Yeah.
So I don't think my sister would be very happy if I brought it back all covered in mud. It's her
Like I'm also scared of his sister.
Yeah. So you sort of reach the edge of the new housing estates, and just behind that, there's a little pedestrian path with one of those little poles in the middle, so that you can't get mopeds and stuff down it. Or giant robots. And from there on, it opens up into a fairly flat, wide open field that backs onto the end of the new Echo factory fencing, and you can sort of just see some of the buildings beyond that. There's a few spots where there's trees nearby. There's a little pond there, and just some areas of shade and stuff where you can already see like a few of, if not directly your classmates, friends of yours from school are sort of hanging out, throwing stuff at the pond.
Oh, well, we should steer clear of that, I think.
Is the fence topped with anything to keep people from climbing over it?
It's a fairly high one. Like it's got to be at least 5 meters.
But it's not.
And then
it's not like
it's one of those big, almost completely closed ones where you've got sort of like that kind of gap between each bar, but it's also crossbars, so you've got like tiny squares like that. And then it curls backwards over again, over towards your side, so you can't quite get at it. And there's most likely barbed wire on top as well.
Oh. Is there anyone uncle shaped nearby?
You can try to investigate the area if you want.
Yeah, but he's gone somewhere. I'm thinking maybe he knows a back way in through the fence. Sorry, I just went to roll my dice again, and I keep forgetting we're on Forge.
Don't worry about it.
Investigate.
Okay.
Roll. Oh, 5 dice. Fail.
So I think what we're learning is you need to roll 40 dice to just get one success.
Just get one success. I will say, Benny, what position are you going to take?
I am getting scared because I don't know why he would run away from me. I don't know why everyone's saying they don't remember stuff happening. I go into a large field where I can see some dickheads by the park. I can't see where he's gone. So
As
I
you
am scared.
started to look around as well, like the only thing you did find was a piece of his coat that seems to have torn off, and it's just sort of occasionally being picked up by the wind and sort of fluttering along in the grass.
I want to grab it and pick it up. Is it like it's just been torn because he like went through a bush or something?
It looks like it's been torn off, but how? It could be anything. He could have gone through a bush. He could have scraped it along something. Could have got caught on something.
Guys, there's a piece of his coat. He's definitely here.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Do we know where he's gone?
I can't see him anywhere.
Can I investigate? Look for clues? I've read many a detective novel.
I mean, I had a look and I'm the smartest kid in school, so
One of
That
the
is
smartest
true.
kids in
I don't know
school.
that you'd find anything, Stephen, to be honest.
Steven's also the smartest kid in school. You guys are both the smartest kid in school.
Thanks. No.
That's not how it works, Mel. There can only be
No,
one
no.
smartest kid in school.
Yes, that is. It is a sort of
Oh.
ultimate thing. It's like being the captain. There can only be one captain.
Yeah, like that film
but-
Highlander, there can be only
But
one.
everyone shares being the captain. You take turns each year. Because if we don't share the responsibility, then it can't be a true responsibility.
I don't think you truly understand competition, do you?
It's all about friendship.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha. Yeah.
that
I
is
see, I
the
know
greatest
that.
prize of all.
Yeah, like I know my stuff. Yeah, I know how
Yes.
sports work.
Yes. When in
Yeah.
doubt, the answer is always love.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to turn and look at the ground and
Yeah.
investigate.
Are you trying to find the uncle, or are you trying to find something out of place, or are you? What are you
Clues,
looking
footprints, threads, fibers, blood stains.
I
I'm
really
going
hope-
Miss Marple on this shit.
I really hope that you
I
succeed.
mean,
next
Poirot
week.
would be more appropriate, but I'm going Miss Marple.
I like the idea that you succeed, and it's like, yes, you see a human-shaped hole in the fence. Oh well, that right there would
Do
probably
it.
Hey, Benny.
Go
I've
for
rolled
it
some
then.
of these 3D dice now. I just want to roll
Yeah.
3D dice. That's all that's going on here. This is probably going to go catastrophically wrong.
Oh my
That's a
goodness,
lot of
okay.
dice, and still.
There's a lot of dice. And
No.
oh,
Yeah, you
fuck's sake.
you basically you find a footprint, but it's in the exact area where Benny found the piece of shredded
Your
coat.
own
So you don't really.
I found Benny's footprint.
Yeah. For a moment, you're like, oh. So what
I'm
condition are you
always bigger
taking?
shoes. Well,
Oh, sorry.
I'm probably upset now.
Noel would like to talk to the teens throwing things in the pond because he says to them, when in doubt, ask for help. So he's going to go over to the
As you
teens.
approach, they're like, all right, no.
Oh,
I'll
hi.
join in.
Oh, no, because I think the fish might be sad if I throw things in their house.
Yeah, but we're trying to hit that frog over there.
Oh, no, you can't hit frogs.
And
No. we
As
shouldn't
one
hit
of them hucks it at it, it just sort of hops away before it splashes
Oh.
not very close to it even, and
Well-
goes deeper into the center of the pond.
Well, harassing small animals aside, did you guys see anyone come through here? And I'd like to use contact, if that's okay. I'm hoping
well.
I succeed.
Yeah, we've seen lots of people come through.
I failed with 8d6. I'm starting to hate Foundry right now. It hates us. Oh,
we saw Stephen's sister come through here earlier, though we weren't meant to
Oh.
say who with.
oh.
hope it's not my uncle.
You really hope it's not your uncle Jesus.
No, Leo.
But
No, don't worry.
I guess I guess he's gonna go for. I don't really know. Actually, I don't think he'd be upset with this news or scared. I guess he hits his wall, like he did that like really quick pedaling, and now he feels exhausted because he was like, oh jelly legs, oh jelly legs. Oh. So
Does he
I'll
say
go
that?
for exhausted. Yeah, of course he says that. Like, I doesn't know him. Oh, jelly legs, guys, I'm down. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Noel.
Yeah.
You have a nice afternoon, and they
Okay,
just
you
start
do, but
hurling
yeah, don't. Oh,
rocks, and the frog leaps away again and disappears. Hmm.
so he's
Back.
gonna.
I'm back now. What did you find out?
Well, they like harassing amphibians.
Oh, well
You see him
done.
sort of get on their bike
Yeah,
and
I
leave
remember
now that the
because
fun's gone.
it's good. We'll go away. Well, yeah, I remember because Benny, when Benny was helping me with biology, he said that the amph is the same as I know it means frogs. Yeah,
Right.
They're amphibians. Yep.
yeah.
That's very good. Well done.
Excellent. I have sore legs now though, so I'm just gonna sit down for a minute.
Okay.
But they
That's-
didn't see anyone of note.
That's a buildup of lactic acid in your muscles.
Where's he
Oh
gone?
no.
Isn't it
Mm.
just the worst?
It's okay. It
I
goes
have
away.
acid in my body.
Yes.
Oh no. Now he's got
Behind you,
scared.
That's
Well-
why we
Ah!
don't exercise.
behind you for about a 2 to 3 second burst. There's just the sun blaring of an alarm, and then it turns off again as if someone shut it down quickly.
Was that a test? I think that was a test, wasn't it?
Probably do tests. Maybe it was a
Yes.
test.
Oh
Should we go
wait,
and
when you
find
get a
out?
job, you still have to do tests. That's no.
I think we should look at
Yes,
this
no.
fence. I feel like maybe he's gone under it, or
Why would
Oh,
your uncle go under the fence?
he's not very strong. I don't think he could get over it.
But why would he not just go through
could
like a gate or something?
Maybe, maybe he found out something he shouldn't have done at the factory, and he's on the run
Why is he going back to the factory?
because
criminals always return to the scene of
No,
the
he's not.
fine?
he's not the criminal. No,
Nearly.
Oh.
Scene of the crime. Criminal crime.
Oh, I thought it was like when you return to your car and there's a ticket in there, you return to the scene of the fine.
I mean, it was. I guess we can walk
Yeah.
around to the front of the factory by just following the fence, even if we can't find like a way through.
Okay,
Okay.
I like the sound of
Yeah,
that.
you can sort of. It depends what you want to do with the fence. Are you looking for something, or
Yeah, I want to see if there's like
You-
a flappy metal bit of it.
if you want to see what's past the fence, you can just sort of go. And
It's
stand
not
next to it. There's those
feasible
little
to-
gaps in it, but you can sort of.
It's
peer.
not feasible for Noel to try and abscond over the fence, is it? Like the fence.
You
is
could
just-
try. It will be very difficult.
Uh,
And
I
what do you
think
do when
he's-
you're on the other side?
exactly, that's the point. Like, but the thing is, I think he is hopeful enough that he can do it. I think he'd eyeball it and go like a cat. Yeah, no,
I
I,
think you
can
can
definitely
climb the
make that.
fence. No, I think you're very athletic. I've seen you, like when you're playing table tennis against yourself, you're really quick.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna try and do a move. Would that be a move roll?
Yep.
Oh, I'm exhausted though. I got a
Oh.
success. I imagine that doesn't matter though. I need like 8 successes or something crazy.
Well, that's the thing. You sort of you eyeball it, and with an over enthusiastic yell, sort of just run straight at it and try to jump on it. And the moment you do, the bit you grab hold of, like with your feet latched on and your fingers through the gaps, sort of just slowly leans in like on an edge, like it's a triangle that's bit, and you sort of fall through it a bit onto the other side, and
Broken the fence.
as you flip over into the into the court area beyond it, it sort of flips back behind you, springs back into place
Where's
a bit.
Noel gone?
We were
That's
looking the
amazing.
other direction.
You,
He's
having
left his
fallen through it
bicycle
now,
behind.
Noel, you can sort of see where there's a kind of tear in it, sort of like two sides of
So-
a triangle where it could be kind of peeled back.
I can use my
Triangles.
triangle knowledge. He's gonna
Yes.
grab it from the hypotenuse and he's gonna pull it. That was actually Nye fucking up. I'd say that. I'll be honest there. I was like, is it noose or
It was
noose? I don't
beautiful.
know.
It was perfectly in character.
He's gonna. That's
They
what's
grabbed the
scary.
hypno tube.
Don't grab the hypno cube. No, don't stare at it. Whatever you
So
do.
he's gonna try and pull it so he can make an opening for the pair of them
Yeah.
to climb through. Do I need to roll for that, or
no,
is
you
this...
don't need to roll for that. You sort of, yank it back a bit with a bit of effort because it's kind of springy. It wants to move back into place,
Mhm.
but you pull it back a bit, and yeah, Benny and Stephen, you can see Noel's face sort of appearing.
Hi,
From
Noel.
Good job,
Oh.
Noel.
I'm
You'll
gonna
be able
open
to-
it. And he's gonna try to open it big enough just for you
Yeah.
guys to get through.
Gonna clamber through. You're a great detective, Noel.
What about the bicycles?
It's okay. And he's gonna
I'm going to lock mine up.
take a piece of paper out of his pocket and write, "Please don't steal." And he's gonna scrumple it up and throw it at the bikes.
I'm going to lock mine to a tree.
Don't worry, I put the "Please don't steal" note. Nobody's gonna steal them now.
Seem
I
pretty safe.
was going to steal my bike.
Faith is.
I feel like Belgium doesn't have bicycle crime.
Well,
Lewis's
see,
face.
my
That was
my
great.
uh,
It was
my
like
first,
we only have bicycle
Lewis
crime.
with the airs
Like-
and
the
dirty
only crime
laundry.
we've got.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like on his
So,
way home from work today.
basically,
It's all like
It's a
high-speed
hum
police
bastard.
bicycle chase.
My brother fucked
Oh,
up at
that's
least
so
3 or
cool.
4 of his bikes and ended up taking my bike once to go out. And actually, it was my second bike
Not
because the
sure
first
that's
time
a crime.
he broke my bike by riding it down a flight of stairs near the cinema. But
Which is illegal.
not
actually
just
meant to ask,
illegal,
is
it's
it?
just
But of course
fucking
it's
annoying.
illegal.
But
Yeah. Good evening.
anyway.
If you're just tuning in, this is Lewis's therapy
Yeah.
session.
yeah. So, to cut the story short, he left it at the station without locking it up because he couldn't find the key to the lock, and it wasn't there in the morning.
Is it not? Shocking.
No. So,
Wow.
thus he ruined 2 of my bikes. Anyway, and several of his own. But to get back to it, your bikes are secure.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, the "Please don't steal" notes on there. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just common courtesy.
So,
So he's gonna let the fence go and
Yeah.
spring
Grab my
back
Grail
up. once
diary.
he's-
Sweatily clamber through.
yeah, it is pretty much at ground level. So you just sort of have to worm your way through as Noel holds it back.
Thanks, Nell.
Nobody wants to
No
come through this way.
problem. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's okay for us to come on here if we're like in pursuit of someone. That's like a thing.
Yeah, we're detectives now, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
basically.
Gonna
Yeah.
Miss Marple this shit.
Oh, cool. I love maple syrup.
When you turn around, you
Don't
realize
think
you're
about it. Marple maple. That's for
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was in
Yeah, it
character. I
was-
was being
No,
quiet.
it's just the face I'm June's making. Like, is there some deeper meaning to this? No.
No, it's in character.
no. When you sort of look behind you, you realize you are quite close to the new factories, and
Quite close to the factory.
the ones closest to you, there's 2 next to each other, appear to be covered by what almost seems like 2 gigantic tarps. It's like they've put big black cloths over it so that you can't see what's going on inside or nearby. And there's a slow stream of automated balance systems. So robots going in and coming out, and some of them are taking stuff in, and the other ones appear to be bringing out random stuff. But these big tarps are kind of blocking you from seeing what's going on inside it.
What does
I
this
think we
factory
should
make
get
again?
under the tarps and find out
Oh, okay. But what does this place make again?
stuff.
And
Stuff.
I had that
Science.
person from Echo come to talk to us at a career day, but they just said loads of big words without really saying anything about future technologies and speculations.
It had some pamphlets, but they were remarkably light on content.
Hmm.
Echo,
I liked it because they brought the ball that goes woof with your hair when you touch it.
You can get the same effect if you just lick your fingers and you stick them in a light socket.
Don't do that.
Oh. I'm gonna try that when I get home.
Don't try that when you get home.
Oh, okay.
yeah. No one at home try that. when
No,
you get
don't
home.
try that.
Don't try that at home.
I won't say I haven't ever done that, but don't try it.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Is there an
Don't try
apple
getting
shaped
the thing
person
you see
nearby?
this evening, basically.
Yeah.
Just no.
So we're
Can
gonna
I
get
see
into
my
some-
uncle anywhere?
You cannot. It seems to be mostly clear of people, and it's just these big closed off top areas are really over the factories. You can sort of see the shape of the factory underneath most of them, and a stream of robots coming to and fro.
So you want us to get into the tarp, Stephen?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
And
Where-
then we'll be near the robots, and robots are Benny's jam, aren't they, Benny?
Do you like, the bits inside them? I like the brains.
You said you had a way with robots.
Yeah, they like me.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. And Noel's immediately gonna start taking off towards the tarp.
Yeah, try and keep up with
Yeah.
Noel. And in my head, thinking like,
Okay.
okay, if someone finds, we can pretend like we were looking for the way out, or an adult. So I'm like, right, if an adult finds, we have to go like, oh, good, we were looking for an adult.
Yes. Or a rare bird.
Does
Or a
someone?
football.
Are you doing this in a stealthy manner, or just like
Can I move
ballsily
so quickly
running?
they can't
Yeah.
see me?
Benny would
Well-
try to sneak. I'd be very worried about people seeing us.
Can I move faster than someone's
Well,
vision?
I'll say one of you can make a move or a sneak roll for the group.
I feel like Noel is going to be best at these.
I have move would be my better one. I don't have anything in sneak, so it would just basically, but that's not really helped me much. I got one success. Hey!
That's enough. You run up to it, and it's got to be like a good 200 meters from from the fence.
Yeah.
There's this big open bit where you could probably get several of those massive mag trucks that you occasionally see going back and forth with materials, but like the big freighter ones probably land in here and load. You run across that space, pull back the tarp, and as you all peer inside, it just looks like devastation on the inside. But there's these robots working quite hard to pull out all of the rubble and replace everything with shiny new parts and rebuild walls and repaint things. And one of them crosses just in front of you, and a sort of camera on the side of its head twitches, and it turns back towards you and goes, unauthorized access.
They all huddle behind Benny.
Benny, can robots feel pain?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna charge him. I'm just gonna rugby tackle.
How big is this robot?
The robot's sort of, probably
pickup truck.
I'm thinking
A
forklift at the very least.
person and a half kind of height, but with those big squat metal legs.
No, it's gonna be
Okay,
really heavy.
I'm not going to be able
like,
to suplex it, but
You can try, but it's unlikely.
Remember what we talked about center of gravity?
oh yeah, with the apples.
Yes, if you can get it off its center of gravity, you've got a chance. But I don't think you have sufficient mass or momentum.
Yes, but okay. What Nye is trying to do is to make an opening so Benny can do some hacking shit.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So he's not actually trying to like knock it over. He's just trying to grapple it basically and make it go.
Well,
But
basically, in this case, you'll be rolling a force roll to make sure you don't get hurt in the process.
Exactly. Yeah. This is where I fail miserably. Yep. I failed miserably. I'm injured now, I imagine. I just
both of you,
smacked right into
you can check injured, and both of you see Noel just bolt towards it, like set his shoulders as well, like it's gonna rugby tackle it, and one of those big squat metal legs shifts slightly, and Noel just goes smacking face first straight into it. Sort of stumbles back, dazed. The robot itself doesn't move, but it does sort of turn the front cameras towards you now and go unauthorized access. Please remain where you are.
Medic.
Personnel will be with you shortly.
I thought robots can
override. Halt.
So this is like a forklifty type robot for lifting stuff up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Has it got a safety off button? Kind of adult. I'm thinking something on its back so that if it suddenly grabs something it shouldn't and goes to turn, someone can go like off.
It has a sort of access area on its back with a little metal platform where there are some controls on the back end as well, in case people want to use it manually or semi-manually.
Oh, I'm very scared.
It is sort of looking straight at you at the moment, and I'll say you're probably going to need 2 successes to manage to get behind it now that Noel is sort of sprawled in front of you as well, holding his head as well as it sort of bleeds a little bit.
Would that be on move?
It depends what you're trying to do. Yeah, are you trying to climb up there? Then yeah.
I do not have the physical prowess to do that. I cannot get 2 successes on one dice.
I should have kicked my football at it. That would have been smart. Would have given me a +2. God damn it.
Okay. No, we should just get out of here. It can't get us.
Okay, let's go that. Noel's gonna run in the opposite. No, he's not gonna do that. Okay, where are we going? Go. Where?
Look around inside the collapsed building that we're inside. Hasn't seemed.
Yeah, there's a lot
safe.
more robots around in the building as well. They're pretty much rebuilding the whole thing.
Is there like like on building sites, they have those like little I guess you could call them like what's the word, like cargo things, but they're little small but portable offices that they just basically plop down. Is there anything like that? Like a small prefab building they've put together?
Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like there's any human personnel around.
I think we should just get back under the top.
Yeah, let's just hide. Can we do a sneak to just hide? Haha, robots!
Yeah.
Try finding us now.
You can.
Are we climbing back under the tarp? That we're doing.
We just pop out. Climb back in. We're not here.
So you're trying to. Are you going back outside from under the tarp, or are you sort of trying to hide in between some of the broken wall, maybe, and the tarp itself? Or
we could always check the other building, or we could just. We need to get away from this robot that's seen us.
Well, we can run away to the other building. I don't know. I just don't know how many robots there are relative to us. I imagine more than
Unauthorized
3.
access. Please remain where you are. Personnel
Okay,
will be with you
Noel's gonna
shortly.
run to the other building.
Run to the other building.
Yeah. I'll even make a move roll. I'll fail and end up being scared, but fuck it. Or upset.
Don't try to avoid getting all 4 conditions.
No, I'm going for collector. The collector's edition.
Yeah, but then you become broken, and then you're just really bad at everything.
Unlock the achievement.
I'm already
broken.
really bad so far, Lewis. Not much will change. This is my A game.
So we get a condition every time we fail a skill check.
No, but only the ones that I like. Usually, yes,
funny.
but I'm picking the ones that seem like
Well, it
they
makes
would.
sense.
No, I thought you took a
Injured
condition if
after-
you wanted to. I thought the condition that you have a re-roll or something. But obviously, I guess we're playing a one shot, so it's.
I'm gonna check that now because.
Well, it doesn't matter as well because I think part of the reason is because we're supposed to be able to go to our anchor and assuage some of these, but we
Yeah.
all picked an anchor that isn't with us right now.
Yeah,
It's
no,
your
see,
anger
one
forklift
shot, so
if
none
you
of
robot.
don't
us-
overcome a trouble, sometimes I will tell you you'll suffer a condition, and then you kind of get to help decide what the condition is. So in this case, running straight into a robot. will
Oh
probably
yeah,
hurt
yeah. I'm
you.
Would
not
be injured,
arguing
yeah.
against
Yeah.
that. That was dumb.
No, nor
Ah.
am I. But would be okay for me to take exhausted off then, since I failed at talking to somebody and I just picked that because I thought we needed.
Yeah, sure, go on then. I'll be nice.
Yeah.
What do the people
Well,
in
I
chat
mean, I can
say?
keep it. It doesn't. I'm gonna go for the collect. No, I'll keep it. It's fine. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. I'm
you'd have
making a
recovered
move
by now.
roll. I've clicked the move button now. I got 2 successes.
Hey!
There you go.
On less dice.
Narrowdingsega has given you a re-roll, by the way, now as well.
Yay!
Yeah, you rush forwards, out back, out under the top, heading straight for the next building, which is slightly closer than the fence was to the back.
Bash
But as
into
you
it,
do
even
so, you hear a sort of distant siren getting louder and louder as it swarms forwards, and you can see one of those drones arcing in over the second building.
I'd like to.
already
I'd like
looking around for.
I'd like to Captain America my football at it. I just want to like kick it at it. Like I want to get to the door and then kick it, and then tell the
Go
others
for it.
to run.
Yeah.
And I get to
Yeah.
use my signature item. So
Well,
hopefully
get-
that will
+2 dice.
1 success. If I roll more
Oh.
dice, I get less successes. That's clearly I need to be rolling only 1. and I get 6.
You knock it off kilter as the football goes slamming straight into it, ba-dong, and it sort of has to adjust slightly. The camera spins around.
Come on, guys,
it's
quick!
looking the right way. Yeah.
Also grab my football. It's my lucky football. Hence why I ran into a robot while carrying it.
Pick up the football on my way past
Yeah.
Sure.
and probably not manage to throw it back. No.
It's okay. You can just hand it to him. He's not.
So you're going to the second building then?
Yeah. Uncle's got to be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Are all the buildings covered with tarps?
There's these 2 at the front, and then you can see from where you are now as you cross between the 2 buildings that there's another 2 behind that.
Mhm.
But the other factory buildings across from it seem to be okay.
Okay.
So maybe this is where the explosion was.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to
Mhm.
rebuild them.
And it definitely was an explosion, so why are people saying they didn't hear anything?
I don't know. And why are they
Maybe-
trying to rebuild them secretly?
Health and safety?
But why?
Well,
this-
but okay, slightly out of character because I don't think Noel's smart enough to put this together. But like kids aren't talking about it's not. I could understand if it's like most of the towns like workers have been hushed up, but
Yeah.
the kids at our
no
school
one really.
weren't.
I
yeah,
mean,
nobody, which is
a
weird.
lot of the families do live on the other side.
I guess
Away
but
from
it
the
only
factory.
Yeah, but
But,
they're
yeah.
teenagers. It only takes one to go, hey, did you hear about this explosion? And everyone would start gossiping.
Yeah.
And they'd have
Which
like a
was
little
what
thing where
you
their
initially
face.
found so strange,
Yeah,
as
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
all three of you live fairly close to one another and were quite certain you heard an explosion.
Yeah. But I'm saying nice, saying that, not Noel. I don't
Yeah.
think Noel
No.
would have pieced that together. Yeah, so we'll climb in, but like that's what Noel was doing. Noel was running, got to the building before going through the tarp, kicked the ball at the drone, and then opened it while the other two caught up, just to clarify
Yeah.
the sequence of events
Yep.
that he was intending to take. Anyway, yes, so we'll go in unless there's something stopping us.
As you crawl under this tarp, you actually stand up again, and there's a wall in front of you. This building looks like it's probably been recently repaired, but it looks mostly done. Sort of the tarp is just covering the outside now.
So is like the door not on this side? Is it around the other side under the tarp?
If you feel your way around, you'll probably be able to find your way to the door.
Mhm.
There's some
Okay.
windows you'll pass by as well on the way.
Oh, can we see anything through the windows?
Mhm.
So on the inside, it looks a lot better than the previous
You'd
building.
hope.
Yeah,
It's
this one
worse.
looks
Oh
like,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, this one's just on fire.
There's only there's only 2 robots in there now, and they mostly seem to be spray painting everything. It's like one of them
Hacking.
has a big white spray canister on it, and they seem to be spraying everything a very boring, sterile white.
If we could get the spray paint, then we could spray the sensors, and then they wouldn't be able to see us.
Okay. If I can add to the plan, I don't want to charge them again. My head still hurts.
Well, no. I don't think you should charge them. But if we can get some of that paint, maybe you could put it on your football, and then you could kick the football at the sensors.
Good
What about
idea.
that?
Oh.
Also,
okay.
next time, sometimes they have an access panel at the back. So if you can climb up there, you can then help me climb up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also that.
Like David and the big guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
As
Albert.
you are walking past the next window area, you can sort of see something or someone moving around inside one of the clean room lab areas in there.
They're wearing
You just
clean lab
see,
attire. Like, are they with the white?
you can't
suits?
really see them because
Oh.
it's mostly dark in there because the tarp's covering anything.
Mhm.
And there's only a few of the lights on because the robots don't really need as much illumination. But you can sort of see shadow figure moving around inside.
Should we go in there?
We have to be quiet because there's a person.
Okay. Should we sneak in there?
Who is it? Can we tell? Should we
Yeah,
get
it's
in there?
too dark.
Okay. Okay, let's go in. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say,
No,
let's
it's
all
they've just
Yeah.
rebuilt it. It's going to be
all
freshly oiled,
fail.
isn't it?
As you go in, it's sort of you go in through one of the side access doors and come in towards the area where there's a few extraction benches for something electronic if they're working on soldering stuff. But there also appears to be like 5 or 6 entire clean room labs in there that are separate rooms that within the building, and sort of off to the side there's more production benches and things like that, and then right at the back you can see these 2 robots going around. One is spraying everything and the other one seems to be drying the paint with some kind of heat dispenser. the only sounds you can hear are that sort of clanging as the
Very-
robots go around.
Are there like big windows to see into the clean rooms from inside the corridor?
There's one side that has a sort of big open window kind of space, but it doesn't see the entire clean room. It sees the front section split into 2 rooms inside as well.
Okay, so the person's in the other section.
You'd have to approach and see.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna look in the window
Okay.
to see who's there.
Right.
Gonna crawl along so I don't get.
The closer you get to it, the more this smell of fresh paint fills your nose, and you sort of peer up. And remember, you were scared.
Yeah.
A figure suddenly jumps up in front of the window, lurches forward from wherever it was standing at the back.
Fall over backwards.
What did you
As
see?
you fall over backwards, you can see it looks like your uncle, but it also looks like your uncle may have recently started using like hydrating creams and stuff, because he's looking in a lot better nick than he usually did.
It's my uncle, guys. It's my uncle.
Oh, he's a lot handsomer than the last time we saw him.
Does he look angry? Is he holding a knife? What sort of expression has he jumped at me out of the window?
Did the explosion make him blast off all the years of exhaustion and stress?
Sand blasted him, and yeah, it's great exfoliating. No, he sort of looks kind of confused at you, staring at you, confused. And as you look around, you can see he's been throwing things about inside that clean lab area.
Oh. Uncle, what's can he hear me through the glass? Uncle, what's wrong? Can he?
Sort of leans in towards. I can't hear you through the glass.
What? I can't hear you through the glass.
Wait, don't worry.
Go-
I'm the captain
go
of the
to the
interpretive
door.
dance team.
Wait, he's gesturing at the door to be open. You can't open the door? Why don't you open the door?
Noel goes to open the door because he wants to be helpful.
Yeah, there's nothing really to it. You press a button. There's sort of an airlock area, kind of. You go in through one door.
Yeah.
It locks behind you. You're supposed to make sure that you're
Oh no,
completely
Noel's not
sterile,
going in.
and then
He's
there's
he's
the-
pressed
yeah,
the
well, I'm just
button.
saying how it works.
Oh, okay.
You can sort of see.
Sorry.
So if you open the door, you can't immediately get into the clean room.
And the person in the clean room can't immediately get out. Would be the
No.
other conclusion.
No, well, it locks the moment the one door is open.
Okay. Let's have that room. Is he still talking
I'll
to me at
ask
the
later.
glass?
Just looking confused at you now.
Oh,
Noel's
Oh.
looking confused
Oh,
at the
oh.
door.
I'll go in. He's my uncle. I'll walk into the airlocky room.
Wait, how do people get out of there? Never mind.
think-
I'll find out.
I've got to close this door and then this one opens.
Right.
Like a logic puzzle, Mel.
Yeah.
Nye's actually struggling a little bit here. Oh wait, they have a button on their side of the door
Yeah.
that God.
There's a button in the middle as well.
Well, the
And
uncle's
usually
got-
it goes automatically, but
So you have a fox and a chicken and a bag of grain,
Oh no, not
and
that.
you have to get them through an airlock.
Yeah, the chicken will eat the fox if you put the two on there for too long. Its little beak.
Push a button to close.
yeah, it sort of closes behind you. It's not
And
a
he can
it's
no
more
longer
of a
hear this nonsense going on
but-
behind him.
Yeah, and the last things you hear are Noel
The
and
last things I
Stephen
hear.
discussing. who-
Well,
Yes.
all I'm saying is the fishermen should be able to keep, well, boatmen should be able to keep my hen and the grain apart from each other. I don't know why he's struggling to keep them apart.
and then
Why is he transporting
one
a
in
fox? That's what I've
front
always
of
wanted
you
to know.
opens up, and your uncle is standing there. He's still wearing that long overcoat that he was wearing when you chased him
We'll be-
down.
We'll
Part
be
of it's
pressed up
torn,
against the window,
And
actually
then
watching.
a chest burster pops out of it.
and
Getting really
he
frightened.
looks at you and he goes, "So, do you know
Uncle.
what this is? Then you look familiar."
I'm your nephew. Your nephew Benny? Your-
And
Your brother's son?
I'm your uncle then?
Yeah. Do you not remember me?
I remember I was here at some point recently.
Yeah. I mean, I heard there was an
Ah.
explosion from this area and the buildings collapsed. Maybe you hit your head and you got like amnesia.
That sounds unlikely, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, probably if you've got amnesia, it doesn't sound likely, but
I think when you hit your head, you just die.
you know,
it's not how shows from the 80s were. No.
yeah.
That's
Do-
very
do-
true.
We also
Do
know
you
the
know
cure for
where
amnesia
I'm-
is another hit on the head.
where I'm meant to be then.
Well, you didn't come home last night, so you should probably maybe. Do you know where you are?
You know what? What did you say your name was?
Benny?
Again? Benny, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Benny? How about we walk home, and I'll go home for a little bit. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Maybe call a doctor to look at your head injury that I assume you've got. You look really good, by the way. You look
No, that's
done your
fine.
skin very well.
I don't think I need a doctor. It's
Yeah,
not,
it's the
not
1970s,
bad.
and that's when you go, oh no, oh no.
You were in town earlier though, right? Because we followed you here and you ran off.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just doing something. Yeah, I was looking. This might sound a little strange, Benny, but I think I can remember where I live. But I wasn't sure, and I couldn't seem to find it.
Okay. Well, I know where you live. I can take you there. I still really think we should see
In what year he thinks it is.
your
No,
manager
no.
or something.
No. That's no. I think I should just go home and have a rest.
Okay. Can I look to
And
see if a
then-
bit of his coat is torn?
As he's talking, you notice that he's like started scratching his arms and around his neck a bit.
Oh
It's
no.
like, ah.
Oh, that's not good.
Back or something. You look kind of itchy.
Huh?
Why
Yeah.
didn't you leave the
Yeah.
room? Why didn't you? Can I look back
Um,
to see if there's a button on this side of the door to be able to get out?
There is
Oh, okay.
a button. Yeah, but
Okay, so he wasn't locked in.
he definitely wasn't locked
That's
in.
more
but
concerning
it's not-
though. Like, I'm locked in, but you're not. There's a button. Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
I know how human buttons work. I mean,
So, yeah, maybe you lead the way, Benny. What is your uncle usually like?
not this.
Not this odd. He's kind of funny. He's quite tall. He's a very smart person because it's why he works at Echo.
Does he have kids himself? Is he married, or is he the cool uncle that always shows up?
I'm thinking he's not married
Okay.
because
So
I would have
definitely
mentioned his wife
brings
by
the
now.
girlfriend round for the holidays kind of thing. Yeah.
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 So
okay.
no, he's quite. I say generally kind of. He's very outgoing type of
Yeah.
person. He's not like this unsure of himself.
How often does he forget how buttons work?
Yeah. I'd be like, oh,
Daily basis.
yeah.
Scale
I'll
of 1
uh,
to
take him
10.
home. He's clearly hurt. Like I don't see any. I guess people get itchy. I'm gonna not think about that. Yeah, let's
At this point, he's also
let's get out of here.
stopped scratching again as well. So.
Yeah, let's head on out. So
Banging on the window.
we both have to go out together with the airlock.
And
enough
that's why,
room?
Stephen, I'm positive that if we just invested in 2 boats, that would fix the problem with the fox and the grain.
While
Or a
you're
cage.
outside,
Well, I wouldn't want to put a fox in a cage.
Noel
that
and
seems mean.
Stephen, you can
Yes.
hear
Voice
the
in my
kind
head.
of thrumming and whirring of one of those camera drones.
Oh, one of the floaty mag
I've got my
drones.
football ready.
It seems to it's ducked in under the main entrance on the other far side of the factory building you're in at the moment. So there's sort of machinery and clean rooms and things between you.
How high are the
It-
ceilings?
Pretty high.
Oh, okay, then it'll be football then.
It's like there's above the clean rooms there's an entire platform access area for all of the I'm not going into work details here at all, for all of the ventilation groups and things that service the clean room areas.
So the action heroes can crawl
there's like
through.
another area above that people could stand on. So it's a fairly high building.
Noel, I think we need to be quiet. I know you're not very good at that. And stealthy. I'm not very good at that. And because I can hear another one of those camera drones, and I wonder if the alarm possibly has been raised and they are now operating some sort of search pattern.
Okay, so you think we should hide?
Yes.
Okay, let's hide. Yes,
At that point, the airlock opens.
Also, hello, Benny, and Benny's uncle.
My uncle.
Yeah, that's me.
Benny.
You also my nephew.
No.
Wait.
No, that one.
Are we related,
What about
Benny?
you?
No, that one's Stephen, and that one's Noel.
Don't tell him our names.
He can't remember. I think he hit his head in the explosion, and he's got amnesia.
Well, then he should seek medical assistance.
Well, but the cartoons, you just bash them on the head again, they get their memory back. I saw it on Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, that only works on rabbits and ducks.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
and Elmer Fuds.
We should
not quite sure what he is.
Go back home now, out the front gate, the way we came in.
Yeah, but he's a scientist man here, so it'll be fine.
Does he have his identification? We could show that to the robots, and then they wouldn't.
Is he wearing a name badge?
Yes, but not his own. He's super sketchy.
He has. He's wearing
sketchy.
the kind of clothing that he had on to go to work.
Kind of clothing.
So yeah, his badge is.
Does he have a little badge
in his pocket?
He's
not clipped on. He's got one on a lanyard, but he's stuffed the whole thing in.
He's got a bit of blood in his uniform, but he assures you, "Don't worry, it's not his." And you're like, "Oh,
that's okay.
That's to comfort me." You said, right?
Let's head out, and if we see any robots, we'll say that he's found us.
Okay, there's a mag drone in the building somewhere,
and is taking us to the manager.
Yes,
yeah,
I was
his
thinking
leader.
If the mag drones operate on some sort of magnetic field technology, then a large electromagnet might be able to knock them out of the air.
Do you have a large electromagnet?
No. Why?
You're probably right.
It's theoretical.
Yeah. If you go outside again, you can see a few more of these drones circling all of the tarped buildings. So far, they don't seem to have spotted you as you're sort of just peering.
So we sort of walk casually to the
uncle
exit.
goes, Benny, is this It's usually the way we go out.
Yeah, you'd go in and out the front gate because you'd sign in every day. You work here. You
Yeah,
work here at Echo, yeah?
yeah.
Just a
Yes,
quick one.
sir.
How many
Remember
fingers
something.
am I holding up?
Yes.
You'll have to move it more to the center because I can't say 3.
That's the excuse he uses. Oh, yeah, you'll need to move it closer.
Got tunnel vision.
No,
Sir,
no.
what year is
I
it?
can only see you on the overlay. So
No, I know.
your
I
hand
just
was-
like the idea that he's like,
Oh,
move him
that
a bit
was-
more to the
No.
right.
That's a good one, Noel. What year is it?
What year is it? I'm not asking a verification. I don't know what year it is.
1980.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
But-
As long as
Okay.
he doesn't say something like, yeah, it's the 1960s. It's like, oh dear. Okay, well, there's a bit of memory that's not there.
Mr. Copperthwaite, what is the last thing that you remember?
He
Being
looks
born.
kind of terrified for a second. Then goes very quiet. And he goes, "So, what way out is it again?"
I don't think that's an answer to my question.
Can I use contact to ask a question?
If you want to get it out of him, you'll have to.
Okay.
Can I
roll me
charm it out of
something.
him?
You could charm it out of him. Nye could contact it out of him.
That sounds quite violent. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to make lots of contact with you to get out of here. No, I'm not doing that. I'll
Grab
let
him.
Stephen.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How's your memory now?
My uncle.
This. It's not your
It's
uncle.
not-
It's a
it's not your
flesh
uncle.
robot.
Oh, a flesh bot. That sounds wrong. Oh, that sounds really wrong.
Pretty sure it's my uncle. He just looks a bit cleaner.
Oh
You
shit,
notice-
maybe it is.
You notice him
Oh
kind
god.
of sort of scratch at his ear again, and then at his arm, really violently for a second, and then it sort of passes.
Your skin suit not fitting properly.
I mean,
He's
my
not able to
body.
remember things.
It's not a robot.
Oh wait, but if
I
he's
didn't say he was.
that actually, unless Odin, you're wanting to throw for Stephen for charm, I was going to say his contact will be he's going to offer him some like cream for itching because like as an athlete he probably gets like athlete's foot and stuff like that, and he's because it's Noel, he's going to put a bit on his finger and go up, and that's going to be the contact, both literal and figurative, because then he's going to find out why he's itching.
That's good. I think Stephen has given up on charm.
Okay, that's no problem then.
He's now going for
I-
creep.
Go for it, Noel.
And I have a reroll. If I fuck this up, I'm going to use that reroll.
You do.
Reroll failed again.
Yeah, you just kind of give him cream and rub it on it. His skin feels
I'm now
quite
upset
soft, but
because that was expensive cream. No,
It,
I won't take a, I won't take a condition.
but yeah, it just seems like quite soft skin. And
I don't peel
rub it
back
on
and
there
there's not
he
like
goes,
circuit boards in there. No. Oh, okay, good to know.
You, unless you want to try and peel his skin off.
No,
but,
no.
I feel like that's wow.
But in the movies, you just pull like a little bit and the whole thing comes up because that's good
No.
design from a robot
Yeah.
maker.
Yeah, definitely.
You want easy
Because,
access, like a toilet.
we should sort of rubs at the cream, looks at it for a second. We should definitely get out of here.
Yeah, let's get going.
Maybe this. Come on, we'll get out of it.
I just need to
instead
talk
of
to
the
Stephen and Noel
main-
quickly.
Main gate.
Okay, you go
see
that
him
way.
Sort of walk
go that
off
way.
towards
Yeah.
where you pulled
No.
open the fence.
This way, Uncle. It's this way.
You
but
go
the-
you go
the-
that way, Benny's uncle.
The gate's there though, isn't it?
No,
And
it's
he
okay. I'm
sort
gonna
of starts
take his
pulling
hand.
back the fence, and it
No.
and it peels back, and he goes, "But we can get out here."
No, we
Miss-
need to
oh, wait.
go out the other gate.
we can, and that's where we left our bicycles, so that would actually be quite convenient.
Yeah,
But
let's
Mr.
just
Copperthwaite, this isn't the official exit, and you are an official person. What's your happiest memory, Mr. Copperthwaite?
I know. Sunny this afternoon.
Anything before today?
How do you mean?
Before today. Like Tuesday or Monday. What did you have for lunch yesterday?
Looks kind of upset again, and just sort of steps through the fenced off area. Goes, come on, we should get out of here.
I
Benny.
don't think he's well.
What if your uncle's a vampire?
The vampire. I think he definitely needs help though.
Why would he be? Never mind.
Uncle,
I don't know.
hey, remember we always, check we've got all our stuff before we go. We've got keys. But we're wearing underwear. I'm wearing my underwear. Are you wearing underwear? Okay, out of game. If he's a clone of a person and he beat someone up and stole their clothing, you wouldn't steal their underwear.
Oh, that's
So
where
he's
we're
not.
going
So,
with that.
so if he was a
I
naked
still
clone
assume
and he
he's
stole
an
clothes,
androids that they've made.
No, I think that's perfectly in-game Benny logic.
my theory is a naked born clone doesn't steal underwear off someone. They would just steal the outer clothes. They wouldn't think to steal the underwear.
Is that
Because the
Asimov's
speed.
3 laws of cloning?
Yeah.
Clone, rule 1,
Yeah.
a clone will never steal the original's undergarment.
I'm saying
He
if I
doesn't-
was a clone and I had to kill me and steal
These are
my
certainly
clothes,
the Hollywood rules of
and I'm in a
clones.
rush, I'm not going to steal my underwear. This makes sense because I'm in a rush. I just need the outer clothes.
You.
He
Makes
doesn't.
sense
He
to
doesn't
you.
check his underwear, but he does go, yeah. Why wouldn't I have underwear on?
Okay, so he knows what underwear is. We've
Yeah,
got
Benny.
that.
I just-
established.
Mr. Copperthwaite, is it yesterday's underwear?
Oh, don't
I
ask
know,
anyone. Don't
but-
ask a person that question. You might not get a happy answer.
I don't get any happy answers. I don't get any answers at
Why
all.
wasn't anyone else with him? Why wasn't anyone helping him if he was in the building that blew
Why
up
was
in the
he the
building?
only one left in there?
Like, need garlic and silver to see if he's
So,
a werewolf or a vampire.
Which way's
Yes, no.
my house again, Benny?
It's
just
this way.
starts
It's quite a,
Tramping
little way.
off, trampsing off towards.
we'll go
Out of
get our
character.
bikes.
He's a rubbish clone if he doesn't know. They've clearly not like, okay, you live here. Oh, okay, cool. You're gonna kill this guy to take his life.
Benny,
Right.
Benny, you know
Yeah.
how the robots were replacing everything with new shiny versions
Yeah.
of the stuff that got broken in the explosion? I don't want to be. No, never mind. What a
Do you
lovely
think they-
afternoon.
Do you think they repaired him?
One of the
Or replaced him.
And that's why he's so shiny.
one of the drones sort of hovers around.
Can
the
I put my
outside of-
bicycle in there and it get replaced?
Oh, dude, you're a fucking genius.
Who's that doing?
I mean,
Looking around.
no, yeah, but
That-
no. I'm saying out of character. Noel doesn't understand. He still wants to get the silver to make sure this guy's not a fucking werewolf.
He was now thinking about taking his sister's bicycle into the factory so it gets repaired.
Gotta go
He'd better.
get our bikes because we want to keep up with.
Yeah, there are a lot
Uncle.
of the drones patrolling the fence area now. You see 3 or 4 of them.
We should
coming
put,
back and
as the
forth
panel
about-
boinged back up again.
Yeah, it points back. The
Okay,
way.
good. Otherwise, we would need to do that. Okay, I'm going to go
Okay,
unlock my
let's-
bicycle.
Let's get you home, Benny's uncle. Do you want some garlic with your dinner?
I don't know. Sure. What's for dinner?
Pizza.
Uh,
Do you know
Sharp,
what pizza
pointy
is?
pizza.
it's
Made of wood.
it's garlic
Just
with
It's good
on
for
its
you.
own, or
Yeah, like the fact
Um,
that even if he was born an hour ago, he still knows
Look-
garlic
look-
on its own on a
look-
pizza.
looks
Weird.
at Benny and
Weirdest
goes,
pizza ever.
your friends are acting a bit weird.
Yeah, they
Oh.
do that. Sometimes,
will be
Uncle.
the weird ones here.
Let's go up the path back towards your house.
No,
So
it's just
you-
asking more esoteric questions.
As you're walking down the path, you
It- it's
also
just co-
see one of those blue Echo vans driving around as well.
Benny,
We
should
flag down the van?
really take him to his house? I don't think we should take him to his house.
I mean, it's his house.
But I
If-
don't think it is his house.
But what if he's a giant plant that plans to sting and ensnare people and eat them?
I don't think he's. I think we've seen more.
It's a little house pit
I mean,
shop of horrors.
Your reading list has certainly gone slightly off curricula. No, I'm impressed, but
No, it's just what the teachers put on. They just put on any film to distract him. They're just like, oh fuck it, you're not gonna learn anything from me. Just fucking watch
feed me,
this.
Seymour.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we should flag down one of the vans. I don't think we can really cope with this.
Seems a bit much. Yeah.
I mean, he needs medical attention, if nothing else, even
He
if he is
definitely needs help.
absolutely your uncle and
What-
not
What if
like
we go
some
to my
sort of
mom?
robot replacement.
My mom like is good with like giving me first aid.
But she's
Well, I
back
like-
inside. She's in Echo.
She's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
main sort of. So, yeah, back towards
Mi-
school and the library.
Mr.
she's in the
Benny's
main-
uncle.
main-
I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't know where he's meant to be going, so we could tell him anything.
Well, no, Mr. Benny's uncle. So you want to go home? What do you want to do when you get home? Do you want to look at yourself in the mirror because you have
I
a
mean,
reflection? Yeah.
At this point, I'm just. I don't know. I don't feel so great. I just maybe want to have a little nap. Feels like I've-
Okay. Yeah. In a coffin.
In a. I don't look that rough, do I? I mean, I was just.
No,
Gonna go
you
to
look
bed.
really. You have really clean skin. You must have used lots of like conditioner to. That's not the word, but
Sunblock.
Look,
Yeah,
Uncle.
not
There's
really.
there's a taxi. They'll take you home, and I'm going to point at one of the Echo vans.
He sort of freezes the moment he sees the Echo vans. And maybe we should go. Is this the way home? Are you sure? Maybe
Yeah,
we
you
should go a
can-
different way.
We'll flag down that taxi.
Wait. I thought taxis
Nah,
were
nah.
yellow.
That's
Gonna
doesn't look like a taxi.
gonna wave.
Out-
Gonna
Out of
wave at the
character,
van.
what color are taxis in Belgium?
Whatever color they want to be, because they're usually
okay,
just
cool.
cars that have taxi on it.
Ah,
Well, not
okay,
taxi,
never mind
but,
then.
you know,
never
yeah,
mind.
just cars basically, and
Yeah,
you
fair
don't
enough,
really
yeah.
have flag downable taxis. You have to phone them
Okay,
up,
yeah.
and one comes, gets you.
Okay.
In the 80s, you could have flagged down a taxi. I'm sure.
Well, it was
Nice.
Mostly public transport or bikes.
Yeah.
Bicycles.
Right.
There's very little use of.
We did try doing Belgian accents, but Lewis was very upset with us. We just talked about chocolate
Wow.
mostly.
Yeah.
And chips. Talk about chips. And Tintin.
And little grey cells, and it was just
Yeah.
we were just all we were all doing Hercule Poirot impressions.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was very painful for
It was.
everyone involved.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna put him on one
no,
of those vans.
he see the van does see you though as you sort of wave at it, and it skids to a halt, and the back door like the slide door at the back slides open, and two people in the Echo overalls, blue Echo overalls, come rushing out. They look a lot broader and wider than you
Oh,
would
hello.
imagine the average Echo worker to look like.
They don't look. They don't look like scientists.
Do they work in sports science?
Yeah.
Or
Like-
maybe,
like-
maybe
Um,
that's
at
it,
that
yeah.
point,
Mum.
You're right.
Benny, your uncle just turns around and runs down the nearest side street he can find, and they chase after him. They sort of push past you.
I say,
Benny,
Uh,
who should I punch?
no, don't punch
I
anyone.
don't think.
Who should I tackle?
I mean, why is he running and why are they chasing him? It's probably a chicken and egg one.
I think he doesn't.
No, I think it's a pretty clear cut one
I
of which
don't-
started.
he doesn't want to get caught. I think.
let's go after him. I don't want
Okay.
him to hurt my uncle. But I kind of want him to help my uncle.
Okay.
I'm going to shout, "Help my uncle!"
Lots of running today.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Strangely,
you're
yeah.
running after them. They're running after him, and they seem to be gaining on him as he just tries to get away. You see him grab someone's bike who's out the side of their house.
Can
parked there,
I?
and just hurl it at one of them who stumbles
Oh,
over it, but the
Jesus.
second one,
Can I kick my
Bolts
football
after.
so the second one is
Yeah.
stumbles in some fashion?
yes, you can.
Okay. Yes. One success. What's the point of rolling all this dice?
It's-
VTT.
Well,
I shouldn't
you
say
need
country.
one success, so you know. it's
I know,
fine.
but it's like I wanted like 6.
It is
You're-
quite
yeah.
painful, isn't it?
You're still a bit tired though. There's still a lot of lactic. You've been running a lot today,
Yeah.
and you boot the ball though. It sort of bounces off of a couple of fences around the back of people's houses, and as the man grabs hold of Benny's uncle, the ball hits him sideways in the head, and he goes flying away off to the side. Benny's uncle stumbles forwards and smacks his head on the fence as he sort of spins over back downwards. But this other man's stumbling away and falls into a conveniently placed little canal to the side of, to the back of the
Comically
houses.
placed canal.
It's just
Belgium
a
always has,
common thing. Yeah, there's fairly common amount of little tiny canals around the back. Of
Specifically interested enough
people's
to
houses.
stop
But-
scientific orderlies. Yeah.
It just he stumbles in there and sort of splashes down.
Okay, let's go, guys.
The other one's trying to get
Okay, pedal ahoy.
up from the floor with this bike around him. As you get to Benny's uncle, you see a rather shocking sight, though. He is lying on his back, looking up at the sky.
Hello, Mr. Copperthwaite.
The entire front part of his forehead has flipped open, and like
He's a
little
robot.
container has sort of kind of more like less Geiger and more like modern computer kind of cool thing where it's out. There's a kind of glass container in there with coloured bands around it with lights, which probably aren't LED because it's
Does
the
it look
80s.
like it lifts out?
But you can see a brain in there,
Oh, it's brain.
and it's
Yeah,
just sort
brain.
of junked out like a CD being pushed out of a.
Okay.
Benny's uncle's just lying there staring up at
Benny.
the sky.
Benny, I think your uncle's brains popped out.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what's inside all of us?
No,
Oh,
no. Remember the
Oh.
books you were looking at and giggling at because they showed people with no clothes on?
Oh,
You
the Greek wrestling books.
Hear a lot of
No.
splashing from behind you
Oh,
now, and
that's a
someone
different
shouting,
book.
"Get him now!"
Oh, Benny, push his brain back in.
Yes, push it back in. Maybe there's a reset button or something.
Oh,
Those computers, Benny.
Like trying to push the CD drive like in before it's done automatically. So it makes that sound.
yeah.
I think I need a lot more help than we realized. Yeah, stop
If-
pushing his nose. See if there's
if-
a button.
If you push sort of on the container very much in CD player style, it sort of gives straight away and automatically goes
Yeah.
and the forehead closes back up again. And Benny's uncle looks at you all and goes, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of
Yes.
sits
Your brain might
up
fall out
very
again.
straight.
For
and
once, we are in total accordance.
Scratches at his
Please
skin
stop
briefly
scratching.
and then gets up.
Do you know how to drive one of these van things? Because maybe that would be faster.
I think I can drive, yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
give it a go.
So you're running back towards the van at this point?
So
Should we? Should we really
Yeah.
let him drive? His brain just fell out.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think the orderlies want to be very nice to him, and I
Okay.
don't want to
There
be
is-
here anymore.
The only one of us with a license.
There is
Yes.
one of them in the car still, the one that was driving. And he's just sort of, at this point, he sees you coming towards him and he's trying to grab a walkie-talkie from the side.
Oh God!
No, get him.
I was going to say Captain America football, Captain Belgium. I'm gonna punt it through the window into his face. This football's coming in more handy than I was expecting.
That is, yeah.
It really has.
And I'm
Hey!
Successes,
Okay.
hey!
It boots him straight in the face, in the side of the temple as well, and he looks stunned for a moment. The walkie-talkie drops out of his hand, and Benny's uncle pulls him out of the car, throws him to the ground.
Sorry.
Get in.
Yeah.
The slide
yeah.
door at the back is still open, where the two other men who are now
Quick,
also
put the
running down
bicycles
the
in
road.
the back.
I'll jump in the passenger seat because
Yeah.
I'm going to direct him to take it to my house because I figure like his brother's going to be able to
jump
help.
in the back with the
Okay.
bicycle.
Benny's uncle sort of sits there for a second and looks down at it. The engine's already turning over, so it's definitely ready to go. And he goes, Benny, I don't think I can remember how to drive.
Okay, so the pedal on the right. How much do you forget? You remember what the wheel bit's for and the stick bit's for?
How,
Oh
how
God, I hope it's not.
maybe-
stick shift.
maybe you should, well, it is, yeah. It's the 80s.
Okay,
You
so-
should probably do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
think I
drive,
can.
Benny.
I think I can.
No,
Yeah.
aren't you on the go-kart team?
Oh, God. You want Noel driving this? All right.
Go karts are
Let's do
automatic.
this. No, Noel's like, okay, I can drive. He gets out
One
from the
gear.
back. Move over.
That-
Okay.
It's
I got
one of those free seaters at the front. So
Yeah.
like you have a
Okay.
small middle bit where someone can
What?
kind of sit like. So Benny's uncle sort of sitting in between Noel and
What the
Benny.
fuck do I roll
And-
to drive? Move? Because it is movement.
Yeah. I'll let you roll move. Anyone
Under
else could
pressure.
have rolled some tech thing. But yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, that would.
Sorry, no.
No, don't worry. It's all right. I guess I look more adult. Ah, 2 successes. What the fuck? On the shit that's
The
stupid and
Swung
makes it-
around.
Screeches, the gears kind of also screech in hideous pain as you take off in first gear, try and stick it in
Oh.
second gear, but don't really then get it in there somehow. Trying to
It's
remember
fine.
if you have to press pedals and which
Yeah.
one, just slamming everything and
Oh, yeah,
accelerating at the
definitely.
same time. And you go herring down the road, second gear all the way.
Yeah. The only
That was
thing
the
he
only one
knows.
you could get it into.
The only thing he knows about driving is you've got to go. You're side of the lane, asshole. That's what his mum taught him.
And you're going down. These are like
Absolutely.
this is a whole new part that they've built, but they've built it in fairly similar style to the rest of the area anyway. So these are fairly narrow roads you're going down anyway, and your van's sort of swaying from side to side as Benny's uncle just sort of sits there in between the both of you, occasionally scratching at himself and just
I'm
looking
trying to figure
around.
out if maybe my uncle's always been a robot. I just never noticed this before.
Just out of character, this is my theory. They took his fucking brain out and put it in a robot body. What the fuck? That's fucked up, man. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Robocop, innit?
Yeah.
Noel, back in character, Noel's like, oh, I think I'm getting the hang of this driving thing.
Left here, left here, left here.
Okay, stage
Yeah.
left or my left?
Your left.
The same
Okay.
left. Oh.
You you scoot around the side and sort of.
What's in the back of the van?
You.
Oh, no, Steven's in
You're
there.
in there with the
And the
bikes.
bicycles. Yes. Is there anything
and
else in the back? Is
there
there a
are-
bunch of other people deactivated?
There's no people in there, but there does seem to be some equipment.
Jars. What sort of
No jars, no. Like
Scalpel.
they
Hand
seem to have
openers.
some kind of restraints and a lot of electronic equipment. So electric screwdrivers, soldering irons, things like that. Things to work on electronics.
Can you
That's exciting.
A couple of long sticks with two little prongs at the end.
Ah!
Stephen, you've got to like come out here like Ripley, like in the big robot suit in Aliens, but you got to do it Steven style. Just a soldering iron like fastened to your
Is
arm.
there any gaffer tape?
Yeah,
Surely then.
probably.
I'm going
An
to
electric
contemplate gaffer
drill.
taping the 2 electric prods to my arms,
Oh, it could go wrong.
or maybe to my
Ah.
bicycle. Ooh.
Again, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
So yeah, you pull into the driveway, which sort of goes down the side of Benny's uncle's house. Next to Benny's house, there's a fence in between the two, and you pull it up to the back. It's sort of off the road, but like if you're driving down the street looking for a blue Echo van that has been stolen, you will notice it. And if a drone flies over, they'll definitely find it.
Could we set the van to maybe go roll into a conveniently placed canal?
What if I
If you want. It'll be at the back of the house, so it'll probably still be obvious where you are.
I could drive it away, guys, and then hide it somewhere.
Okay, we could leave your bicycle in the back. You could cycle back.
Yeah.
Drive it a couple
I'll take it
streets
to the
over.
police station. That's yeah.
Well, no, don't go to the police station.
No,
Okay.
Just a little bit
no,
away.
do that.
And then
maybe
come
the
back.
opposite direction to that.
Okay.
Make it more fun for them, like a
The
hide and
hospital.
seek.
Yeah. But don't go too far because you got to get back.
Okay. The cemetery. Got it. Off I go.
Okay.
Benny, there's a whole bunch of electrical equipment back here. Do you want any? Before he drives off with it.
We've already stolen the van, might as well steal some
I don't
more
want to
shit.
get in more trouble. I don't think we stole the van. I feel like we borrowed the van.
Okay, I'm taking the shock prods though. They're fun. Ah!
Okay. So suddenly realised there's a nerd that's been full of bullied rage is suddenly in possession of weapons.
Yes. Are you sure you don't want one of these?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Very
Okay,
scared
I'm
of
just gonna hang on to yours until you change your mind.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go in the house. I'm going for my house, by the way, not his house.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like
Because
his
we
brother's
could
gonna
take
find
him to his house and then maybe sort of reprogram him to be more him.
Could we?
I don't know. He's a brain in a jar in a robot. I don't know.
Uncle,
Show me the book on this.
do you know that you're a brain inside a robot?
No. That, I mean, we're all brains inside. Is this one of those things again where we're all biochemical machines? Yes, I know, Benny. We're
Is this
kind
the
of like computers
simulation
in a way.
theory? We're all just brains in a jar.
I know you like computers and robots, but you know,
Um,
there's people and then there's robots.
Let's come in and let's go inside and have a sit down.
Okay. Is there lemonade?
And I go to Steve. Yeah, there's lemonade. Steve,
Okay, good.
when he
Okay.
sits down,
Um,
try and find
Benny.
if there's like a point on his head. Because when he bashed his head, the brain came out. Let's see if
You
we
want
can
me to
do that
bash his
again.
head?
No, I don't know. Give him a massage or something.
I don't
Benny,
wanna
is there anyone
massage
else
him.
home at the moment?
His parents will still be at work, won't they? At Echo.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to wait. What sort of time is it? It's probably like what, 3, 4 in the afternoon or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Obviously,
We'll
your-
say it's
your older-
3:30. So
Obviously, your older sibling who is a master of robotics. That's super convenient. Thank goodness that they're here.
but they don't believe you. because they're almost
Oh.
an adult.
Yeah. Okay. So
They can't see the robot uncle.
Let's get him sat down. Okay, we'll get you a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
Mr. Copperthwaite, I've been reading a book on phrenology, and I was wondering if I could assess your head.
I'm pretty sure that phrenology went out of style a long time ago. I mean,
oh, you can remember
with
that,
all the
can you?
science that
I see.
we have.
Your memory is very selective. I've also been reading a book on shiatsu massage, and I'd like to try that as well.
Phrenology, the only pseudoscience that even people with deep amnesia know is bullshit.
Still remember.
I'm pretty sure that one's all rubbish.
He does work in.
No, I know. I just love the idea
Yeah.
where it's like,
No.
yes, the world's flat. Oh, don't pull my
Yeah,
leg. I
okay,
might have amnesia, but I
whatever.
know that's fucking bullshit.
That's the thing.
Bullshit.
So far, he seems to remember some things, not remember others, and it's very strange.
Can I try charm?
You
Yeah,
can. What are you trying to get out of him?
I'm trying to massage his head.
Go for it. It's sort of, yeah. He's gonna try and swat you off in any event.
Okay. So yeah, can I look at his head to see if because of when he fell and his head popped open? So I've got a rough idea of if there's an area of his head that could be responsible for
success.
Wow.
So, there is there's a little dent behind his ear now, probably where he fell, and when Stephen grabs hold of his head to massage it,
With his head. That's
then
how,
his
that's how
uncle
head massaging works.
immediately sort of
I went
moves
to
his
the masseuse
hands
the
to
other day
kind
and
of
they grabbed my head.
pull you away, and as
Twisted
it
it
does,
round.
Stephen's fingers
Trying
sort
to
of slip
unscrew it.
by underneath his, like at the back of his ear near where that dent is, and Benny's uncle's mouth just sort of drops open briefly, and his forehead flips
Benny,
again, and it
I found it.
Still looks
and
weird.
it's still slowly pulsing with lights
What-
on the inside.
Okay.
But his brain is just sort of sat there in the middle of a jar.
Have you got a camera?
Acted.
You got
Yeah,
a Polaroid? Have you got a Polaroid? We can take a picture.
there's probably a
show
camera
him.
in the
No.
bureau.
Where have you dumped the van?
I don't know. Back of
Did
a
you remember to
McDonald's.
set it on fire?
I don't know. Like no, I don't know. Noel's literally just putting it somewhere, like a car park somewhere. Then rides it on his bike.
Are you cycling back or are you walking back?
No cycling back.
As
Not in
you're
a rush.
cycling
Though.
back, one of the blue vans pulls up, coming from the opposite direction, pulls up beside you and says, "Hey, you kid, you seen seen any strange people about lately?"
Oh, well, I did see this one guy, and and he was he was going around, right? Okay, and he had a sandwich. I think in the sandwich he had like mayonnaise with marmalade. That's gotta be like weird, right?
That sounds pretty disgusting, but it's not quite the weird I'm looking for. As he leans out, he sort of scratches his face. He goes,
"Oh, okay.
yeah, no, just like lab scientist wearing a long overcoat, kind of." And he basically says what an older version of Benny might look like, who perhaps looks like his uncle, for convenience sake.
No, I've not seen anyone like that. I've just come back from my swimming, water polo, bicycling.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's water polo. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm
As-
gonna ride off, but
As he rolls
Yes.
up the window and sort of scratches it, like, damn simp skin.
does he actually fucking say that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame it's with the one character who's not gonna know what the fuck that means. Oh.
You could talk
Did he-
to him
Oh.
about it. He hasn't rolled his. He's
Oh, can I
manually.
offer him some? Can I offer him some cream?
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Hopefully it'll work. It's one of them silly lab things. And they come up with synthetic skin grafts.
Whoa.
But,
That's like
he
plastic.
kind of looks
skin.
confused for a second because got burnt recently in the lab thing. It's my fault though. Not anyone else's. It's my fault.
Oh,
Sort of scratches at it, puts the ointment on.
okay. Well, as
Skin.
this guy's sitting, like
And-
like Noel's sitting
kid.
there. Yeah, don't worry about
that
it.
Rolls up
It's-
the.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be seeing you. And then he's got to cycle off. If he cycles
Yeah.
like I don't know behind, like goes around the corner, does it look like they're following him? Like if he kind
No,
of
they
peeks out?
seem to be
No, they
doing
go.
circuits around.
Okay. Well, he's gonna go the long way back to Benny's house.
You pass by a few different vans and some of those mag drones on the
And
way
offering
back, but
and offering
they don't
cream to all
appear
of
to
them.
be paying attention to you. To be honest, there were other people in that van as well. There was like a person driving, and it was the person
Yeah.
on the passenger side.
They were
leaned
dead
over
pissed
to you.
off. They were like, "Oh, I've got a synth. I've got a synth beard."
No,
I hate that.
the other one didn't appear to scratch at all at any point, and was just
Hmm.
continuously giving him the stink eye every time he did it.
Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, yeah. Well, he'll get back to them. He'll like ring on the doorbell.
Yeah.
Ding dong,
Door.
ding dong, ding dong. I like your doorbell. I'm back,
Yeah.
and I have news. So I saw a man
Open
eating
the door,
mayonnaise.
and
with
like you
marmalade.
can look down the hall straight to the living room, where sat on the sofa is a man with his brain out.
Oh, did his brain fall out again?
Yeah, we
Should
worked
probably
out.
close the door.
We found the button. Maybe I could look at Benny's head and see if Benny has a button as well. Maybe it runs in the
Benny,
family.
are you part computer? Is that why you're so good with them?
I don't think so, but yeah, you better check. I don't want to be a
Okay.
computer.
I'm
I
gonna
start
check.
pressing Benny's face.
No, let Steven do it. It's like behind the ear or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
sort of press around the same dimply area and try and remember what I did last time.
Am I a
Benny's brain
robot?
comes. No.
Oh, okay.
It's a
We figure-
huge brain.
We're going to take a photo of it, and then I guess we can prove to him that he's a robot.
Well, once we get
Yeah.
the film developed, unless you've got a Polaroid.
Well, I've been thinking if we hand him back over to the Echo people, maybe they'll just fix
Oh,
him properly, and he'll go back to being my uncle again.
Oh, I know what he has. I know what he has. He must
what?
he has like a weird skin condition. They called it synthetic. Now I don't know what that is, but it sounds really bad.
That's
Like I
like-
talked to one of the guys from Echo, and he was saying he had synthetic, which sounds like a really bad, like I think it's a type of fungus.
But you spoke to the guy about my uncle?
No. I was talking. I did I tell you guys? I went past and there was a weirdo eating mayonnaise and marmalade. It was super gross.
That is really gross.
But yeah, like I gave him some of my cream and he was quite happy about that. But I
What,
think
he ate the cream in his sandwich?
no, I gave
Your
it to
athlete's foot
the
cream.
Echo. Yeah, I gave him some foot cream. I don't know
The
why I've
Echo
given them foot
person.
cream for topical.
It works for
and why
everything,
they're
I'm sure.
accepting it? I guess because their brains are not all the
So,
way.
and this
right.
this person was also doing the scratching.
Yeah, he
and
was
said-
from Echo, like your uncle.
But he said he had synthetic skin.
Yeah, sounds like a really bad infection.
Well, no, it means that he's got fake skin that's been made,
Oh,
like a plastic skin.
oh.
I mean,
Very confused.
Echo does
Like-
have a medical department that is working on things like skin and
So, I mean, that's a very good solution to many medical problems.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
I think Benny's uncle is a bit more of a total replacement job, it would
think-
seem.
Oh,
We should try and have a tinker. Can I have a look at my uncle with his brain out and see what buttons and wires there are, and if I can.
you can
Can I help
already
with my
see
two?
sort of the way it slides out. It's on two kind of statives that hold it up. There's just behind that is a big old gap that fits
Is
his
it-
brain, but there
there
seem to
anything-
be connecting wires that go all at least
Yeah.
down into.
Is there anything
If-
obviously wrong?
Or connection missing, you think?
There doesn't appear to be.
We investigate.
There's some slots behind it. Two of which you notice have floppy disks in them.
Okay.
Is that his operating system?
No, that
Does he
would
have a-
be loaded
Does he have a
in.
boot
Maybe.
disk.
Maybe. How would we get it to?
We need to
Re-
reset him, wouldn't we? Is there a factory reset button?
Is there a very tiny button that can only be pushed with a pen nib?
If you want to look for more buttons and things, I'll let you.
I
roll,
wish to look for more
tech.
buttons, please. Oh, really?
Tinker. Seems fair.
Over
if
to you, Benny.
We will have a tinker. Oh no. No program. Failure.
Oh dear. I think you've just deleted your uncle. You,
There I am.
you
upset.
copied the floppy.
Uh.
They tell you not to do that.
You start fiddling around on the inside of his head looking for this reset button, and your little tiny screwdriver for those very tiny screws in computers touches something at the back, and briefly a sort of alarm goes off out of his mouth.
Ooh, what was that? Don't do that again.
For a good 10 seconds, and then it falls silent again.
Okay. Well, I'm out of ideas.
I
I mean, I'm starting to think maybe we should just leave him outside, and just that way no one knows that we did this. And then,
yes, I agree.
I mean, we know that he's a robot, and maybe there's more robots.
Maybe take the pictures first, and then we'll stick them outside.
Yeah, I'll go get the camera.
What if, and hear me out here, we get a
Yes,
mirror
no. Yes, no.
to see if he's a vampire?
He's not a vampire, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I might have ideas as well
Did,
then.
did you notice that
I-
he was walking around in the sunshine?
Yeah. And it's been a very sunny day all day. I'm pretty sure I established that as one of the very
Yes, no,
first things.
I know that. I know this. That's the joke.
I
I'm
know.
just gonna- We'll need to get some. Well, but see, werewolves is hard with because you need to actually know shit. Like I was gonna say, let's get some wolf bane, but it's like that's no way he knows
Let's
that.
get a full moon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I will say, however, though, I kind of intended this as a one shot, but I realize I've
No,
Baffled.
Maybe
I actually
Are
think
we
it's,
still on Act 1?
Go on.
Because it's quite late.
well, I was
Well-
also gonna say, I think it's quite in character for us to just dump him in a garden and go, and that's the end of the adventure. We now know the horrifying truth that the company
we
just
should put him on
replaces
a corner
people.
of a fairly major street, and then
Yeah,
just
obviously
slink into
push the brain
background.
back in.
Wait,
Oh
wait, let's
yeah,
just-
we should close
No,
it
no,
back
no, no,
up.
guys. We're right next to his house. Let's just leave him on his front step, and they'll think he
Okay.
went home.
Yes,
They won't know that we brought him there.
he can sit on his
Exactly, we'll
stoop.
be solid. Yeah.
We could be any three kids
Okay, take the photos.
that were calling him uncle.
It looks like
Take the
blackmail
well, it's just a
material.
term of endearment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Belgium.
yeah. Okay, I've got the camera.
And we can always blame the
Yeah.
marmalade mayonnaise guy.
Okay, no, get out the shot.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought we were like
You-
posed
Actually-
next to him.
Does the
Yeah,
camera have
you
a timer?
take-
Because all three of us could just be there with our hands.
Just
No,
like
because that'd be
posing the-
incriminating.
So yeah, you take some pictures. You'll have to
Not
get
gonna
them
weekend at
developed,
Bernie's
though.
this. That's pointing.
He's not
And-
dead, so good.
do you then shuffle your uncle outside onto the
Yeah.
step
Well,
of his house
if-
with
if
his
we
brain
push his-
still?
No, that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. If we put
Yep.
his brain back in, does he immediately wake up?
He did last time.
There was a little
Ah,
bit of a
shit.
delay. We've got enough time, so we'll
Okay,
take him with the
guys.
brain out.
It seems horrible, but I feel
pause
like
mode.
if they find him with his brain out, my uncle might just turn up again the next day and he'll be normal, but we'll know that maybe then they've done something.
Yeah, but what if like the postman or
Fixed him.
something?
So you said-
My
And then the
reality
next day, the
fractured.
postman turns up. Like,
Okay,
I'm
then
With his
feeling
brain out.
fine.
you can go cycling off and find the van and then say, hey, you saw a weird
Yeah.
guy. He looked like he had a funny hat on and was unconscious.
Oh,
Ah,
And
I
then
love
just tell them where you saw him because you were just out cycling and me and Stephen will hide.
yeah, but
I
fuck
think
it, let's do that. I think it's funnier just to leave him with his brain.
there are
case
plenty of
open.
vans. I mean, we don't
Yeah,
need to
fuck
go
it.
and get.
Put him on a park bench.
That's further away. His house is next door.
Let's just put
Yeah.
him
It depends on
on
if-
his front porch.
if you're gonna move him with his brain out. You're
Brain
gonna
out.
have to kind of carry him, or at
Brain
least
back in.
support him because he
Brain
will not
out.
walk on his own.
No.
So
we
we'll
lie him on
carry
his
him.
side so they can't see his brain.
That's what no, that's a really good idea.
With his back to the street opposite his garden. So they walk past and go, oh, someone's fallen asleep in their garden. And then when they turn him over, they go, oh,
Brilliant.
Okay.
I love it.
yeah,
Let's do that.
that's a
let's-
great
yeah.
plan.
That's kind of maybe we
Um,
can try and pick him up in the chair. That might make him easier to move.
are we actually doing this? I think we should just put
Yeah.
his brain back in
No.
and say, good on you, mate.
Uh,
And then we just end it.
Okay, we'll put his brain back in. If
I'm-
it's easy to get him out of the
Oh.
house.
Boom.
Okay, I don't mind.
So you putting his brain back in, or are you carrying him
seems
out?
like it. Oh,
Yeah,
put his
because
brain
I
back in.
don't want to risk dropping him. Because that'll
On his,
happen.
on his brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the brain will just roll
I
out.
was going to
and-
ask
oh,
for
it's gonna
sort
be
of like a
terrible.
force test to see if you
No.
could move him out.
No,
there
no,
safely.
no.
You
It's
put
okay,
his
it's
brain
cool.
back in, then it sort of sits there for a couple of seconds.
Uncle,
then
you
he looks
gotta-
at you and goes,
You got to go home.
Yes.
Oh.
Come along, Mr. Copperthwaite.
"Yeah, did I fall
You-
asleep or
Yeah, and you've got a
fell
very,
Alright.
asleep.
you've got a very
I'm
beautiful
feeling-
brain.
feeling very okay? Yeah, sure.
I've not
I'm-
seen
I'm
it.
gonna-
That would be weird.
I'm gonna be going home now.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You remember where you
Just-
live, right? It's out that door. To the left.
Next door.
Yeah.
I was testing in
Okay.
case that my fiddling had actually fixed him. But, it
No,
turns out it
it's
hasn't.
made it worse.
No.
No, he's still messed up.
More likely.
Yeah, you see him step out of the door and
Bye.
go.
Oh, I know what this is. This is like if you've
Go.
seen What We Do in the Shadows, where they just basically erase the guy's memory. So
Yeah.
he's just like,
But
but he's a really
he
great.
steps out
husband
the
for
door,
that.
and then you sort of watch him from the window go round to his front door, and then he sticks his hand in his pocket, and he pulls something out and holds it up,
Finger.
looks at it, and goes,
That's odd.
"It looks like it's a floppy disk." And he puts it back in his pocket, reaches around in the other
Oh
one.
fuck! If that's his other
And-
memories.
Why did we not check his fucking pocket?
No,
Oh,
this is perfect.
I feel
This
I feel
is
so
perfect.
bad at roleplay games.
And he gets his keys out, and just as he's going to open the lock, one of these blue vans
Ah!
comes round the corner, and you see them sort of, they drive past and they're sort of up to your house by the time their heads are turned back and they're reversing back. Two of them bundle out, grab hold of him, but drag him back off of the street down into the van and drive off. His
that was
door's
unusual.
still half open.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
The floppy disk looks like it's just lying on his front
Oh no!
at the
We
moment.
should probably leave that.
I'll run out and get the floppy disk.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
expensive.
Who wants to have a
And-
lightsaber fight?
Well, I was going to say, can we go back to our studying now? Because I think this has taught me
Like-
how to do the triangles.
Oh,
What's the acronym thing we use to remember the trigonometry?
And the scene ends as they.
Richard of York gave battling men.
After, whilst you're studying, after about 40 minutes or something, Benny's mum and dad come home.
Benny
Hello,
and,
Mr.
like-
Mrs. Copperthwaite.
Spenny.
You're all three of you here. We were just saying, it's a nice evening. Do you wanna go out for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
When I
you
look
two
in-
want your parents be all right if you tag along, or
I would
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
phone. I
some
can't be out
muscles
after
and-
you
dark.
can use the phone in the hall.
Okay, thank
When
you.
I look in the mirror, do they have reflections?
They do.
Oh,
look like they
okay.
have
They're not
reflections.
vampires then.
And my parents aren't vampires now.
You never know
So,
who's out
yeah.
there. All this is convinced
basically-
is there might be vampires.
Even
Mm.
your mum or dad or whoever picks up the phone says, "Yeah, sure, as long as you make sure not to stay out too late. You've got school in the morning, sort of thing."
Okay.
We get some malls, frites, and some waffles.
And as you're sort of walking down
Sorry.
the street getting chips, because it's Belgium and that's
And
what you do.
and, chicory.
No, definitely not chicory. But yeah, as you're sort of standing there getting chips, you notice one of the next shifts sort of start wandering off towards the big entrance that you're near, which is near the town square bit for the new bit that you're in. And yeah, they're all walking towards it, chatting away to each other, and then suddenly, like, as if compelled in some way, a bunch of them, maybe 10, 12 of them, sort of shudder for a second and start scratching at their arm almost in unison and at their face, and then they walk off into the inside of the factory area.
That keeps happening.
And
Oh God.
that's where we'll leave it. And if we ever get time again, we can we can continue.
This
it
is
on.
where we find out that everyone was hitting the explosion except us somehow. Everyone was replaced.
So
I've
yeah.
just spoiled it,
There we
haven't
go.
I? Apologies.
Or the ending
No,
over it. Yeah.
no, you haven't. That
Oh, thank goodness.
it's far more complex than that, which
Oh joy.
shocking.
Well, we have no hope of ever figuring that out then.
No,
Didn't even
you'll
need to
do
look in
fine.
his pockets.
No.
That wasn't like I'd pretty early on determined like maybe you could just. I'm sure someone will look
Why
through
would
his
we
stuff.
go through his pockets?
I was
Why
playing
would
a
we do that?
joke.
You literally got his brain out, but
Yeah.
you didn't think to check what was
I
on
could
him.
only
Well,
kick a
that's
football.
rude.
He didn't bring a rogue, that's why.
Instant pickpocket. Oh, what have I found?
Okay.
I do
anyway.
have 2 shock prods though, so you know.
in any
It's a
event,
win
that was
as far as
yeah,
Steven's concerned.
that was Tales from the Loop, and we'll call it Skin Deep Part 1, and maybe do this again sometime.
I think we finished our
It'll
adventure
be a
quite
12
nicely.
did.
parter.
You
'cause we
definitely
just
did.
won't figure out how to do it and turn it into weekend at Benny's, which it basically was.
Okay.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Anyway,
Lewis.
thank you everyone at home for watching, and thank you to my wonderful players for getting into the child spirit of the 1980s and kicking footballs at people,
Surprisingly
taking
large amount
people's
of that.
brains out. Yeah.
We didn't actually lift the jar out. It was a temptation,
well.
I have to say.
Yeah.
Goal!
I was going to say what's coming up this week on Garblag Games, but the only thing I can remember is Friday Monster of the Week.
Yep, Monster of the Week, hopefully. Should be. Yep.
Still on the maybe list, isn't it?
It is,
Or is
but
it?
on the quite hopeful maybe, not
Hopeful
a bad
maybe.
maybe. Yeah. It's only if we have any last minute alterations.
Stay tuned.
Yes,
There you
exactly.
go.
Join the Discord for updates. I
Yes.
can't send links in the Twitch chat, I'm afraid, so
Oh,
I can't
hang
actually
on.
send the link for
Okay.
Well,
the
and
Discord.
also
Don't worry
if they're
about it.
watching this on YouTube, they'll be like,
And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in
if you're
the
watching this
description.
3
Yeah,
years
you
from
could just-
now,
Don't forget to
how is
like and subscribe.
And you can just go down the list and
Oh,
find the
hang on.
next
Yeah.
Monster of the Week video.
Like and subscribe.
if you're watching this 3
Yep.
years from now, how is the
And
future? I
Act
hope it's
on
not
Cthulhu.
horrible.
Keep going
Act
well.
on Cthulhu is Garblag North America tomorrow.
Oh yes, it is.
true.
Shit. Yeah,
Tomorrow. Yeah.
the near
Okay.
future.
So yeah, that's about it for us. So like Nye said, like and subscribe, follow
All
us
the
on
things.
Discord, come join us on Twitch if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can find even more shows on YouTube.
confused.
And
God forbid this becomes a podcast.
It already is
go
on
and check the
Spotify,
other
isn't it?
stuff, yeah.
then you can follow us on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
And find out what we look like, which
I don't think this
will be a
episode's gonna be-
disappointment to
No.
Yes. If you need
most people.
3 hours of
Except-
mental relaxation and a plot that doesn't really get where it's meant to, this is the one for
If
you.
you want to see some people not understand what the fuck they're meant to be doing.
I mean, it was the ideal situation because, like, you didn't really at a given point need to role play kids anymore because you clearly just didn't know what was going on.
We did that perfectly, I feel.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
No, it was fun and it went great.
Yeah.
That's the.
And
Anyway, good night from all of us. See you next time.
stay safe, stay well, don't be a robot.